everywhere for you guys, so that everyone who's been hanging out watching will have access to this playmat for sure.
Hey, everybody.
Yes.
We are live. We are watching the Pro Player Summit 5K today in Orlando. I'm going to be quiet here just for a little bit because I'm going to try to set up everything. But yeah, I just plan on chilling here live on stream for quite a while.
Who could forget about Yu-Gi-Oh?
Of course, of course.
Not me.
Yep.
They'll never let me forget.
Yeah.
This board is.
This board's nuts. This is
Prismat's kind of building up here.
Yeah. I do think he probably would have felt better, like we said, with Singularity taking on double Kaisa would have been huge.
Yeah, that would have been really nice. As it stands right now, it's a little bit dicier, but I think he still has the power advantage, like, relatively.
I think it's going to be a big turn. I think this is going to be, like I said, I think Riftbound, every game has like that one turn that's going to be big, and I think this is going to be it. So we do see the Kaiza move in, attempt to take out the Sprite Mother, but we do see Prismat flip over the Teemo. So it is currently the 4-Mite Kaisa against 7-Mite on Prismat's
Okay, I just
turn.
want to make sure everything's looking good.
Flight to push back the Teemo. So it is currently, if that resolves, it'll be a 4-Mite Kaisa to a 3-Mite Sprite Mother.
And he'll be able to conquer the battlefield. So
yep, of course.
Let's see if Prismat has some kind of trick.
Gust to put, I'm assuming, what, Teemo back in his hand? Oh, interesting. Sprite Mother. And then Teemo, interesting. That way he still conquers, but he doesn't, he gets the draw of Dreaming Tree, of course, and he doesn't lose his Teemo.
That makes sense. You want to be able to get that extra loot. Here comes Rebuke, taking down one of the monks. This was something that needed to happen the second he found the Rebuke. And there's the second Rebuke. Oh my goodness. Is he just going to lose both his hidden cards?
Okay, looks good. Everything looks good. Let's minimize that. Let's move my face cam so we can see the players.
In his base that he'll, I'm assuming, intend to hit Travis with on the crackback.
Yeah, double Rebuke was crazy. I was not anticipating double Rebuke because I thought he saw 2 off of the stack deck, but I could be wrong. Maybe he just had 2 in hand the whole time, and he was like waiting for the opportune moment. That being said, like, both these players are at 6 points. So if a player is able to break both battlefields in one turn, they should just win. And then whoever holds the longest for one turn also just wins.
Crazy how close this is. This might be our closest game all day.
So back and forth.
Is that another Annie coming down?
Okay, that looks good.
Oh no, I'm lagging. What did he pick up?
Okay, I am trying to multi-stream today. This is the first time that I've tried that, so we'll kind of see how it goes. I hope it goes pretty okay. I just checked. It seems to be going fine, but hopefully there's no little hiccups or glitches or anything like that that actually happens. So yeah, this is a 5K today. PPG or PPS? I think it's PPG is the company, but they're running the Pro Player Summit. So PPG, the company, runs a PPS. And this is a 5K today, a 10K tomorrow, 5K on Sunday. All one-day events, I believe. This is 9 rounds cut to top 8. I believe tomorrow is the same. Sunday is TBD. And yeah, this is almost done with round 5 of 9. We have Prismat, who is a very good Teemo player, who has been showing results in SCG Vegas as well as in Houston, all with Teemo. So, if you are a Teemo play, this is definitely someone you play. And he is playing against a Annie, which I do like Annie a lot. That is the deck that I played in Houston to mediocre results, but still like the deck, still think it's very strong because it did take down Houston. And Annie is 1 game ahead.
3-3. Do they just trade?
I noticed that the stream is a little glitchy. I wonder if that's on my end or the stream itself, and I'm not quite sure.
He got a whole gust for that token that was free.
That's fair. Yeah,
Not sure which one I would hope it is. I kind of hope it's on their end, but hopefully it's my end, because maybe I could try to fix something where if it's on their end, it's actually not too bad.
Wins the game.
Yeah.
And then we will be moving on to...
And he definitely has some cool runes. I'm trying to get a playset. When I mean a playset, I mean 7 of each of the alternative art runes. Just because right now, most decks at most are 7-5 split, if not just a 6-6 split. But, you know, there will probably, when there are more cards, you might need to get more than just 7 of them. Ooh, we're riding the wind. Yep. Ride the wind is so nasty. It is so good. Just ride the wind.
Oh my goodness. That's so crazy. Timo was so close.
Yeah. That was a dogfight. They really went like down to the wire. Holy.
Oh my goodness. What a match.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal match.
Look at Travis leaning back. That's how you know it was a good
that
match.
was not an easy win for him by any means. Jeez.
The double rebuke was make or break. That was incredible.
Yeah,
that was
so
crazy.
Huge. Yeah. Travis saw everything he needed to see. Both of these players played out of their mind, but I think Travis just having access.
Yo, how's it going?
Double
I guess my OBS does not want to show me the chat. Sorry, I did not apply to you before. Long time no see.
Right to that final point. Very, very good performance from both players.
Oh no, I'm on your side now. I'm Max. I stole your name.
Everybody follow me on Twitter, Keegan E3. That's me.
I wish my OBS chat would.
Oh, who's ready for
work?
Okay. Now check out Max.
Max, a very good content creator. Been watching some of their videos.
On everything.
E3 TCG. I'm not quite familiar with them, but I was watching this morning when I was doing some work, and it was quite fun.
They're ordering the mat on their phone.
So they're putting on a good show so far.
She's available now. Everybody, go get it.
And now we came just in time
Give me like 5 minutes
to wait a little bit. Well, now I can troubleshoot. Why isn't this working? How's everything on
I'm a huge fan of cloth.
anyone in Twitch, anyone in YouTube? How is everything looking on your end? Does everything look pretty crisp, clean? Audio balancing pretty good?
I love the Riftbound logo on it too.
Yeah. I'm glad it has all of them too, because it's like something cool for like everybody that attended the event. And this is definitely something that I want as like somebody who, obviously we're casting this like a nice little memory of the fact that we casted this
memorabilia. You know what the cool thing about this is too is like you can fold it to the side that you're fold it to depending on what game you're playing.
Squared. Yeah, you can fold it however you want. Yeah, for sure.
You can like fold it in half towards the gold sarcophagus if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, or like you could fold it in half towards the
So
it looks fine on Twitch. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you very much.
To the One Piece side personally, but
really,
if you don't mind going to
we've talked about all
YouTube channel, same name there, to check it out there and to type in chat, because I don't think anyone's there. That'd be greatly appreciated. Some inside testing right now.
That's valid, because that's also my least favorite.
Interesting. It's funny. I was gonna say I don't like the prize support, but it's actually, I think we've talked about this. I can't remember if this was on stream or beforehand. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh since high school. I watch a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast from Team APS, but the only thing that I've heard about Yu-Gi-Oh was your Arbet playmats, because I told you I'm in a bunch of secondary market playmats.
I got my thinking pose going on right now because I'm trying to troubleshoot the chat. Okay, there we go.
So when they told me that,
Now I can see my preview of Twitch.
That's funny, just from the playmats. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're like really, really sought after prizes. Yeah.
Some of the more recent ones from the PPG Summit they came together kind of nice, but honestly, I'm gonna get one of those. I'm gonna be using one of those recently.
These are clean for sure.
You'll see those in the next few videos. But yeah,
it's really weird. I'm not getting a preview on YouTube.
How do you say it? Heart of the cards moments in Yu-Gi-Oh!
At all.
Makes you feel like
which
you don't really have a lot of agency.
Is weird. I should be
DMing me on Discord right now, asking me for the link.
It should be there. That's why I'm really not sure if it's actually working on YouTube.
So that people can get them.
I think, we could get them.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, PPG.
If we go over here, no, it's working on YouTube.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, when you get your playmat.
Okay. That's why I'm really not sure if it's actually working on YouTube.
We keep moving around, and I feel like I'm going.
YouTube got slightly more delay than Twitch, but also looks fine. Okay. Yeah, sometimes there's a little bit more delay on YouTube. It's really unfortunate.
Catch some play mats
Okay.
at some point.
Okay, so that's good. So it's weird. I had to go to there, so maybe I just have to go here. Let's pop out this. Pop out chats. Also looks fine. Okay. Yeah, sometimes there's a little.
You can never have too many.
Okay.
It's like, let's say you get
And
new sleeves,
let's
right? And your new sleeves don't match any of your play mats. You need
pop out chat.
Yep.
That's just the way it goes.
You do indeed. You do indeed.
Oh my goodness. Okay, chat. What deck do you want to see next?
Yeah, this OBS feature is quite.
What deck do you think is undefeated right now?
Yeah, OBS was advertising. Oh, you can dual stream and have both chats side, on my OBS at the same time. So not from what you can see, but it is literally not showing either one.
Happy to see Max cast in big events. Let's go. Let's go. Set.
Oh, no, it
We
is.
haven't seen a set yet. I think.
We haven't seen
Have we seen everything? We haven't seen Set. We haven't seen Ari. We haven't seen Victor. Or
Okay,
Darius.
cool. All right, let's go. What should we do in between rounds? How's everyone enjoying Riftbound? Have you guys been playing it? Just here because you saw me go live? Either way, appreciate it.
It was very close. Prismat was playing out of his mind for sure, but Travis just had he had everything he needed.
So unfortunately, there's going to be quite a few rounds. Maybe we could look at spoilers. We could look at or not spoilers. The new set, Spirit Forge.
Available now.
Yeah.
Available now.
I cannot wait to get mine, dude. So I just confirmed mine. I have mine shipping. Let's go. We're hype. We're hype.
Lucky you.
This will be my go-to playmat for sure. Oh, Yasuo too. Yeah, Volibear. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we were asking about the Volibear. Wow, there's just so many good decks.
Good question. I actually have not played. That's a very good memory you have because I did love Hades 1. I even streamed it a little bit. Absolutely loved it. I have not played Hades 2 yet. I played it when it came out in early access last summer, but just for like maybe less than 5 hours because then I went abroad and I didn't have my PC with me. And then once it actually released, I've been full on practicing Riftbound and for Magic, RCs, regional championships. So I feel like I've made the adult decision of no, all my screen time, all my playing time should be in practicing these rather than playing Hades. But I've heard great things. I have watched a little bit of it, and I am very excited to put 100+ hours into it. Maybe over the holiday season, just because work will be a little bit lighter. I won't be traveling to any events till January, so hopefully soon. Have you been playing it?
To the Card Slingers, and I played against the devs, and I played against Patrick Sullivan, and he was playing Volibear, and he beat me with Volibear. I'm like, all right, maybe Volibear is just better. Maybe I just should build that deck. And so I went to the.
You have not, yeah.
I'm glad you do the same.
Because you're not wanting to, or just kind of same with me. It just hasn't worked out yet for you.
I think I just need to play this deck because obviously I'm doing something wrong. This deck is just too good, and I'll go and build it.
Dude, I know. And then I built it, and then I was playing against people in the airport on the way back from Houston, and Volibear's cooking, bro. It's a sweet deck.
Pretty good. We talked about this too. Is the only issue is you can get run down so quickly that you got to be careful. But
yeah, you do have to be careful. Yeah. As with all Aurora decks, I mean, if you can make it out of the early game, you're probably chilling.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Volibear, you know the card Sky Splitter?
Of course.
It's nice because once you do stabilize, you have that free removal spell, so you can double spell once you stabilize.
I just wish it wasn't 5 might. I wish it was more. For some, I always have it in my head that it's basically a challenge, but it's not. It's a 5 might.
It's a deal 5. I mean, deal 5 is still great for 0.
Especially for free, yeah. I'm just getting greedy. I'm a free unit, a free spell that only deals 5 damage. Grr.
Yeah, only 5. What are you talking?
Come on, for free. What is this?
Nah, but I get you.
God, this playmat's so clean. I cannot wait for this to come.
The Uncanny Girl says swapping to your hard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Your hard counter is weak into the field as a whole is silly. Volibear topped Houston.
Yeah.
It wasn't weak into the field.
Yeah.
And especially because I feel like if you went to Hades 2 right now, you would probably never maybe go back to Hades 1, where maybe this will promote you to go to Hades 1, finish that.
We saw that.
I am really excited. Because obviously I like roguelites, but I haven't really, I've tried many since Hades. That was kind of the one that first got me into roguelites. But I never really, none have really clicked with me like Hades, and I've tried a couple. Like I tried Vampire Survivor, and that was okay. I don't know. I kind of got bored with it. I think it was just like I would get very powerful, and then just kind of didn't click with my brain. I probably only spent like 5 hours with it. I tried a couple of the other like really popular ones. Nothing really, scratch that itch like Hades. However, I'm really excited for Windblown, which is by the same devs that did what's it called? Dead Cells? Yeah, Dead Cells, which I never really played because I'm not super big into Metrovanias, but this looks like a more Hades roguelite than a Metrovania, and I'm very excited. I know I could probably be playing it right now in early access, but I usually like to wait for games to come out before I play them, just because then all the kinks and the balancing and stuff is there where I don't get as much enjoyment doing the play testing as I go.
You're talking about Gale, right?
Yeah, Gale wins. Yep. Gale
wins. There we go. I'm getting him mixed up with the Yasuo's ability, which is like what, Wind Rider or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, he's played out of his mind.
Plug the podcast. What?
You're right. If you guys want to watch a Riftbound podcast, you can tune in Monday mornings. We do a podcast that releases every Monday. We're actually doing a giveaway right now for our second to last episode.
Let's put this over here for a second. Let's look at some new picks.
Channel and comment what reveal you're most excited for set 2. And then we're actually announcing the winner of that giveaway on this week's episode of the podcast. So feel free to check that
out.
It's too late.
I am excited for the new set. Unfortunately, it's not coming out for quite a while, right? Because, I believe it releases in China. Oops. They're back. Maybe soon, TBD. The new set releases in China now or soon?
I don't know. Let me check real quick. I'm on topic. Gotcha. Looks like 1 minute. We're in 1 minute in overtime.
Yeah, so I would definitely agree with that, and especially for me, the whole the five survive element to it, where you just have like 30 minutes that you have to survive. I get very bored with that. Where Hades, I kind of like to speed run it to try to be like, okay, how fast can I beat it? And that's what really got me to like put in 100 hours or so. Where Vampire Survivors kind of takes that away. So that's one reason why it didn't click with me. But it is still a great game, and I definitely respect it a lot. It's one of those games that's like, okay, this isn't for me, but I could definitely see why people love this game.
Very exciting. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I believe Spirit Forge comes out in China like now, basically, and we don't get it until February, mid-February. So I still have a couple of events because I'm going to probably SCG Atlanta at the start of January. Then at the end of January / early February, I'm going to the CCS in Houston. But then Italy and Vegas are going to be the new set. So it's really hard because I still have so many things with this set that I don't want to forget to be practicing this set and just kind of live in this meta. But I am excited for the new set, especially with some of the champions. I think the champion that I'm most excited for might just be Draven, because Draven, yes, the color combinations, Fury and Chaos, means that it will be contesting with Annie, my favorite right now, and what I think might be the best deck in the format, or at least my favorite deck that fits my playstyle, because I tend to like the aggressive decks. And Draven's a little bit different, because it's when you win a combat, draw 1. You win if only your units remain after combat. Of note, it's not when you conquer. If it was when you conquer, that would be so much better, because that literally means you wouldn't even need to do, it could be an open battlefield, right?
Meta, I don't know.
But
they're pulling great matches.
Oh no, I think Draven seems very good. Obviously, it wants a lot of accelerate units. Would even want some of the like flashes to retreat your units back to your base. I feel like it would play similar to Annie, and you could probably play a lot of the same cards, but probably a little bit different where you accelerate would go way higher, and it is still an aggressive deck, but a little bit different. Spitting Axe, which is cool that Draven signature spell is a signature equipment or gear, which we are seeing that in a couple of the champions. Quick Draw, which is great because Quick Draw this has reaction when you play it, attach it to a unit you control. Therefore, that means Quick Draw is basically a combat trick that stays around, and that is so good. It costs 2 energy, 1 power, so that's not too bad. It gives +3 might. So +3 might at reaction speed is really, really good. However, the quick cost is a power, which isn't the worst, but it has temporary. If this is unattached, kill it at the start of its controller's beginning phase before scoring. That is really, really rough. So basically, you always have to be attaching this to a unit, because if it's not attached, it goes away, and that is so rough. But I do like this pair. I do like this pair a lot. Let's just look at some of the legends. Rumble is red, blue, so Kapi with Kaisa, which is hard, but I'm hoping that Kaisa can live in a world and Rumble can live in a world because they want to be doing very different things. So it's not just like binary of like, well, this color combination has 2 legends, one is strictly better. We'll kind of have to see, but I hope it's not that way. Mechanized Menace. Your mechs have shield +1 while they're defenders. So this is kind of similar to something like Yasuo, where Yasuo has shield +2 if that unit is defending alone. But this is shield 1, which is worse than shield 2, but it doesn't matter how many people are, or how many of your units are at that battlefield. So you can have a whole lot, but it is only for mechs. So this lives and dies by how many good mechs there are in this color combination. And yes, there are quite a few mechs, but how good are they and what is their synergy? Because if you're not basically playing almost 100% mechs, this isn't probably worth it. You probably at least have to be doing like 80% plus. Danger Zone, 1 and 1 for reaction. Reactions are great. Repeat, which is always nice. That means when you cast this, you can pay the repeat cost to basically do it again. It does not count as another card play. So like for Ravenbloom's student, but you get it again. Give your mechs +1 this turn. That's pretty good. So you could spend 1 and 1 or 2 and 2 to give it +1 or +2. That's a really good effect. Yet again, it lives and dies by how many good mechs there are. And we'll kind of have to wait and see.
We're going to a short break.
Lucian Purifier. Red, orange. Your equipments each give assault +1 while equipped unit is an attacker. So obviously this is like, hey, you have to play equipments and units. Every deck's going to do units, so that's fine. Some of the equipments are looking good. +1 is really nice, especially that you're going to be wanting to be an attacker and your gears make you even better attacker. I do like this. I do wonder how many good gears there are, because you are going to be having to play a lot of gears. And that means if you have to be playing a lot of units, you'll have to be playing a lot of gears, and that means you're not going to be playing as many spells, and that could be a detriment overall. So it is interesting to know that like there's going to be quite a bit of deck handcuffs that you have to, or shackles that you have to kind of do. Is it starting soon? Okay. Relentless Pursuit, 2 and 1 action. Move a friendly unit. You may attach an equipment with the same controller to it. This turn that unit has when I conquer, you may move me to base. This I like a lot. This is almost kind of like a showstopper in a way, where you get to move a friendly unit. Awesome. You get to attach equipment for free. That is awesome. And when you conquer, you can move them back to base. That is a whole lot of good things. I really, really do like this signature spell a lot. The big question, like for Rumble, is how many good mechs there are. Big question for Lucian is how many good gears are there. Raksha, let's see, Void Burr. So red, yellow. Who's the red, yellow in Origins? Oh, Darius. So competing against Darius, when you conquer, you may exhaust me to reveal the top 2 cards of your main deck. You may play one, then recycle the rest. So basically, every time you conquer, so that means in a combat or in an open battlefield or anything, anytime you conquer, you get to basically look at the top 2 and get to kind of pseudo draw a card as long as you're playing it that turn. That I do like a lot because this is Conquer, where Darius is just combat. That could be a lot of good card advantage. Yes, you can only be really conquering at most like 8 times, but that 8 time in most normal cases, besides for Aspirant's Climb, that does look really good, especially if there's synergies with like looking at the top of your deck. However, I wish that this was somewhere chaos or that Nocturne was chaos, because this would be a great ability with Nocturne in your deck, because that just gives you more ways to hopefully proc that Nocturne ability, and that would be so nice. Void Rush 2 and 1 for the slow speed action. Reveal the top 2 cards of your main deck. Yet again, wish it was Nocturne. You may play one of them, reducing its cost by 2. Draw any you did not play this way. So this costs 2 energy. You look at the top 2 and you get to play one with having a 2 energy discount. So that as long as you actually play one with that discount, you're even on energy. And then you basically spent 1 power to draw a card. That seems really, really good. I hope there's ways. I think that there might be a couple ways in this color combination, kind of like a Nocturne type thing, because then that just goes up and up and up. Ornn, Fire Blown, or Fire Below the Mountain. Exhaust, reaction, add a power used only to play gear or use gear abilities. So this is basically Kaisa, but for gear. Very interesting. This, yet again, kind of like Lucian, lives and dies by how many good gears there are. His ability or his signature spell are 3 different gears that are all like legendary that you can't have more than 1 in your deck. And they all cost 4 energy and 2 power, but really 4 energy and 1 power because of Ornn's ability. And let's see, I think that they all give +3, and they all have +3, +3, +2, and they all have a quick cost of 1 power, which could be free with Ornn's ability if you're not using Ornn's ability in a different way or for something different. Let's see. The cape is when I attack or defend, deal 2 to all enemy units here. That's really powerful. That is so strong. Oh, and this color combination would be competing with Ahri right now. The Death Crown is your spells and abilities deal 3 bonus damage. Okay. So your spells and abilities, you're probably going to be playing a little less spells, and you're not in red that has a lot of damage dealing effects, but your abilities, your cape can be more. Then your cape can be doing 5. Yet again, if you like Voltron up 1 unit, which is a heavy ask, but could happen. The crown is your units here have ganking. All your units there have ganking, which is really nice. That does seem like a lot of good things. Like, I think that this ability, as we can kind of see Kaisa, how good Kaisa's ability is of helping you ramp and stay healthy on runes, that you have to recycle less. Oh, nice. Yeah, no clue. Riftbound's really fun. You should try it if you like League of Legends, which you also seem like you do because you're liking some of the art, and you know Heimerdinger 1. It's really fun. Unfortunately, there's no digital client just yet, but you can use like Tabletop Simulator, stuff like that. I do like Ornn. I think Ornn looks very strong. As long as there's other good equipments in this color combination specifically. because I do think that this color combination of green and blue is a very intrinsically strong color combination. And that is why like Ari is okay, but just not doing that great, just because there's other leaders or there's other legends that are just more powerful intrinsically. Let's see, who's next? Jax, green, orange. Is that Lee Sin right now? I believe that's Lee Sin right now. Grandmaster at arms. 1 exhaust, attach or detach equipment you control to a unit you control. That's really nice. That's really nice. Because some of the equip costs are very steep. That is very nice. Then exhaust, attach and attached equipment you control to a unit you control. Because usually you cannot go straight from a unit to a unit. You would have to like detach it and stuff like that to move it around. I do like Jax's ability. It's less flashy than Ornn's, I feel like, but subtly it's really good. Counter-Strike is 2 and 1 power for reaction. Reactions are really good. Choose a unit. The next time that unit would be dealt damage this turn, prevent it, draw 1. That is really good. I'm a little confused why it says Counter-Strike, because usually in my mind, when I read Counter-Strike, it's that like you would parry it and like hit it back, where this is just like super defense. But anyways, I like this super defense, especially because it's just draw 1. Like, you hopefully will save your unit, save a point or something like that, really hopefully blow out someone in combat. Even if you don't, even if you just save your unit, well, they spend a card and you spend a card, but then you get to draw a card. That is really good. Yeah, I really like the Counter-Strike a lot. Blade Dancer, green, purple, which right now is Yasuo. I really like purple. Purple is such a fun color. I like the chaos elements. I like that you always have some tricks up your sleeve that your opponent may or may not be able to play around. So let's see, what does Blade Dancer do? When you choose a friendly unit, you may exhaust me and pay 1 to ready it. When you conquer, you may pay 1 to ready me. Right there, I don't like this card that much. I think that there's so many hoops to jump through. So when you choose a friendly unit, so first you have to choose a friendly unit. Okay. You then pay a power, not an energy, a power to ready it. Ugh. And you exhaust her. But when you conquer, you may pay a energy. I think the big hit to this is paying that power to use this. Where if this was energy, I would be really, really intrigued with Blade Dancer. But since it's power, it just looks like so much. And I'm just not quite sure if this is worth it. Like, yes, it could still be worth it. I'm a little hesitant, though. I really am. I want it to be good. Because I really like purple. What is Defiant Dance? Reaction? That's good. It also only costs 1 and 1. That's pretty cheap for a signature spell. Give a unit +2 this turn and another unit -2 this turn. That is really nice. Because then the +2 this turn, you can use your ability and stuff like that. That is good. The -2 is just an extra benefit. I do like that. That could be a 4 might swing in a combat. Wait. Did they change that? Do you kill a unit with this? Because you know how usually whenever it says like negative, like Thousand Tail Watcher, it's like, you know, give all of your opponent's units -3 might until end of turn to a minimum of 1 might. It always has that clause so you can't like nuke your opponent's board if everything's like 3 or less might. Where Did they arrive at something where now it's just like intrinsically that minus things can't kill stuff? Or could this actually kill, like, could this kill a Pouty Poro? If so, this goes way up, but I'm not quite sure. Azir, Emperor of the Sands. Your Sand Soldiers have Weapon Master, which Weapon Master is good. That means that you can, when they enter, you can attach a gear or a gear to them, which is really good. But how many Sand Soldiers are there going to be? That's the big question. It's kind of like with the mech one, right? One exhaust, play a 2 might Sand Soldier unit token to your base. Use only if you've played an equipment this turn. I get why this can't just be like Victor, because one, that would just be kind of a little lame if they just like repeated Victor's text, but just with Sand Soldiers instead. And two, because you have your Sand Soldiers that have Weapon Master, but you have to play equipment. That means that you have to be playing so many equipment. Because this is a good thing, because then your little 2 might soldier has Weapon Master, and that's very nice. But try. Yeah, okay, that's not working. Yeah, oh well. Yeah, lukewarm on it. A Rise 6 is a lot, but it's play 2 Sand Soldier unit tokens for each equipment you control, then ready 2 of them. This, you just have to be playing so much equipment. Like, you really, really do. And so this also might somewhat force you or really promote you to be playing some mediocre equipment, which I usually don't want to be playing mediocre equipment just to make my legend work. I want my legend to be good, and then if I do a little bit more work, it's even better. Ezreal, blue, purple. What's blue, purple? Teemo right now. Explorer, exhaust, reaction. Draw 1. Use only if you've chosen enemy units and or gear twice this turn with spells or unit abilities. So, exhaust to draw a card would be so good. It is so good. But there's a hoop to jump through. You only can use this because it's free, right? It doesn't cost any energy or power. That's awesome. But you can only use this if you've chosen or targeted enemy units and or gear twice. So basically any of your enemy stuff, it's units or gear, and gear, equipment or gear and all that. So that's anything. Twice this turn with spells or unit abilities. Of note, not gear abilities. So I don't know if there's any equipment, but I know that there's like some gears. That doesn't work. But it is 2 times. That's a lot. 2 is a lot. But you are in blue and purple. Blue has Stupefy, which is just a cantrip. Purple has a lot of, flight or fight and stuff like that. So this could be really good. If you can be proccing this a lot while still be playing high value cards, this is going to be very good, and it's going to be something that will be fantastic to play. However, just like with anything, if this is not going to be doing that, then, it's so-so, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I want this one to be good. I do like blue and purple a lot. I haven't played Teemo as much as I would like to, but I do like the aesthetic of what that color combination has to do. Or gets to do, I should say, not has to do. It doesn't have to do anything. Okay. And I started at a bad time where it's just like, yeah. Okay. Just make sure everything was still looking good. Because stuff on my thing is not looking so good, but okay. Let's see what this is. Hopefully, his arcane shift better target two things. It is 3 energy, which is a little bit more expensive than some of the other ones that we have been seeing, but not as expensive as some. 1 power. Action. Banish a friendly unit. Then its owner plays it, ignoring its cost. Deal 3 damage to an enemy unit at a battlefield. Banish this. Doesn't target twice. Use only if you choose an enemy units and are geared twice. So enemy units. Am I missing something? No. That's a miss. It should be targeting twice. But so banish a friendly unit, then its owner plays it, ignoring its cost. Deal 3 to an enemy unit at a battlefield. Banish this. Am I missing something? Like, sure, you can get a lot like a lecturing Yordle, you get to draw another card, stuff like that. That is awesome. Because you basically just flicker it out. Yeah, I do like it. I think that this is great with a lot of like when played or when enter the battlefield triggers, like lecturing Yordle, stuff like that.
Oop, I am muted. Thank you.
3 to an enemy unit is nice. I do like this. I do wish that it did target twice, so then you could use Arcane Shift, proc your Ezreal.
Very interested to see if it's a baited hook Darius, if it's
Ooh,
Darius, if it is.
okay.
I'm blanking on the other one. Sundisk, Darius.
Timothy versus Justin. So this is round 6. Master Yi on the left, Darius on the right.
Teemo. He's up against Teemo. Oh, this is hype.
He's up against. Oh no, I think they just haven't updated the thing yet.
Oh, they haven't updated it yet.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I think he's playing against.
This does not look like 1080p. Okay. Anyways.
Okay.
Zonya's Hourglass, which I think.
Let me know if it looks crisper on anyone else's, or if this looks about the same, because it's a little less crisp than what 1080p should be looking like, and it's a little laggy, but that might just be on my end, to be honest. I'm not quite sure. Let's see, we have Sanctum down here, which I assume is the Darius player, and I believe that is Aspirant's Climb, so we're going to 9, I believe. I like Yi in this matchup. I think Yi is very strong. I think it is one of the top 3 decks. Darius, I assume this is a hook Darius. And I don't know. Hook Darius has high highs and low lows. If you get to do what you want to do, it is very good. But if you don't, if you stumble, it definitely does go down. What if we do this?
Before, we're simply going to throw down the accelerated Kaisa and have her move into Sanctum.
This is going to help. Because every once in a while, I feel like in Twitch, going full screen can be a little bit dubious in Google Chrome, where sometimes doing like the theater mode could be a little bit better.
Names are correct, right? This is Justin?
I believe so, yep.
Okay. I know we've covered at least 2 other Justins today, so I'm a little bit...
Just checking, yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's just like,
yeah, this might be a little bit better.
Able to take the first
I don't know. Let's see.
Needs to make something happen. You could probably...
They're down to Kaisa, which is really nice out there. Master Yi
going right into
gets to play
just to not risk it.
Uju Blade Master. Ooh, that's a very good trade. Because to get that Kaisa, yeah, the Kaisa got a point and drew a card, but
assuming Dazzling's going on top,
yeah, it doesn't look like 1080p. Can you check on your end the just like if you could find the stream?
And then next turn you get 2 fresh ones.
Here, I'll flip this.
Dazzling Aurora, and then boom.
Can you check that link to see if it looks like 10? If it kind of looks very similar to this? Because yeah, again, I'm not like criticizing them. I just want to make sure that it's on their end and not my end.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like we talked about this. It's so weird seeing Darius in every other deck, and now it's finally able to be in the champion zone just because it's actually playing in his own deck.
He's in his own deck finally. Okay, putting back the red rune there, and here comes the Darius. Do we have a second card to play to make him ready? There's the axe right there. The cleave is in hand.
The issue, of course, is that interesting. He's opting for the Legion Legend ability instead of using his actual rune that he has up to use the cleave, so he can move in, moving 7 into currently. Oh, not said 10. I apologize. I forgot about the actual cleave buff. So 10 into 8.
Oh yeah, the stream is glitchy on your end too. Okay, thanks for checking. Much appreciate. Thank you for doing all the testing. It's always great to have a chatter that will do that. Okay, well then I won't worry about it. You know, it's hard to do IRL events, and hey, this is pretty good, so we'll take it. Just want to make sure that there's nothing that I can improve on my end.
Yeah, exactly.
So the way that Darius works is with Legion.
I do like Candlelit Sanctum. I feel like more and more decks are playing Candlelit Sanctum, and that is when you conquer, you look at the top 2 cards, you can put them on bottom or top. And it is a really powerful effect, but it's really powerful for both players. And those I tend to not absolutely love because I want something that I'm doing to be more powerful for me than my opponent. And that's why, like, if you're playing Nocturne or something like that, then yes, you is more powerful and advantageous for you than your opponent. And I do like that more. But intrinsically, it is a good battlefield. You know, nothing terrible.
Yeah, he had it on top of his deck. He's just like, all right, what are we doing here? Playing the best card in the game right now?
Yeah.
There it is.
Ooh, we're playing Aurora.
Spin the wheel.
Yeah, because they already had a catalyst, so we knew that. This is going to look downhill fast for Darius. Because now the score's 2-4. Yes, Darius does have a battlefield, but if we just get... now we even have Hourglass, like... Yeah, this is looking rough. I know it is 2-4, but that is... I feel like Darius, if Darius was at like 6, that'd be pretty advantageous for Darius, but just being at 4 against Aurora... Yeah, Aurora's just going to be able to play some nasty things. Yeah, if you want to try to conquer, the Aspirant's Climb battlefield, the one up top with Master Yi, they just flip their, Hourglass and then GG's. They do have a hidden card. And if that hidden card is, if this hidden card right here is Hidden Blade, that could be really nice because you kill one of the Yi's big units, but they do get to draw 2 cards, and they do have a lot of runes already. They have, 6 runes. They're going to 8, so they can play most everything besides for another Aurora. So letting them draw 2 cards is quite dubious.
This is actually a pretty solid position.
However, they just send something right here, and now they are at 6, so they are in reaching for the game. Because for anyone that doesn't know, it's 8 points, and every time you conquer, you get a point. Every time you hold, you get a point. So therefore, if the Yi player doesn't do anything, I think Justin should be at 6. Maybe not. No, okay, if he's at 5, if he's at 6, this could be scary for Timothy. But if Justin's at 5,
I think he will be
Timothy's sitting pretty
fine in this current situation for sure. Having Tasty Fate Folk, a Master Yi, and an Aurora at the start of your turn is pretty disgusting. Like before even playing.
Let's see, what are we going to do here?
Clear at least one battle.
Ooh, that's a great one. Yeah, okay, Justin is at 6. Yeah, this is a close one, especially because Timothy does have a lot of things, but as long as you can only eat both of these. Besides the Hidden Blade.
Hidden Blade, because that Hidden Blade.
Hidden Blade's going to come in clutch here.
At this point, Justin should just target his own unit to draw the.
You do let Yi draw 2 cards.
2 runes and then 3 cards to draw. That's just silly.
It seems like Justin is probably trying to decide what to Hidden Blade. Yeah.
Oh no, Justin.
Wow, though. Timothy is going to be drawing 3 cards, 2 from the Hidden Blade, 1 from the Tasty. That is a lot of cards. They have 3, 6, 7 runes up, which means that they can't play a lot. They could play another Tasty, but not accelerated. They can't play Aurora. They can't play any other big units. Ooh, they got a Charm. Okay, that's great, because now you just go in there, you charm something, maybe the Darius, because the Darius doesn't have 2, besides if you think that Justin has a 1 energy cost in hand, then the charm could really backfire.
That's exactly what I would do. Since you know that
whenever I'm doing that and looking behind, I'm changing, I have a little fan, so I change it from heat to cold, because this room gets cold and then hot.
Especially if I've
it is winter after all. Ooh, they're charming the Darius. This is a high risk, high reward. Because if Justin does have anything that they can play, the Darius becomes 7. But Timothy could easily have. Oh yeah, there's a pump spell. So then that's not even high risk, high reward. Oh, okay. This is lights out. Because now Timothy's at 4 to 6 with a controlling both of the battlefields, and what you have 2 recruits and 1 3 might units. I always forget if this is 3 or 2 might. That kind of looks like a 3.
Timothy is very much in control of this game right now, and I think he's about to just be gaining 2.
And this is just it with the Darius. Darius, as long as this is Darius Hook, they aren't super aggressive. They do want to, take their time to set up their hook and stuff and kind of combo off. But you really need to be the aggro deck, especially against Aurora, because once Aurora is putting all this stuff down, it's very hard for you to deal with this. But you do have things like Hold the Weak and Hidden Blade, so those things do really help. But doesn't seem here, because now it's going to be 6 to 6. Defy is really nice.
Yeah, maybe that is the way he comes back.
Yeah, there's just so many removal.
Like some sort of.
I wonder if you just
and I wonder.
I didn't see any units. I wonder if you just pass turn if you're Timothy and just leave up all these on guards, these tricks. Oh, you could play the Mountain Drake, but then you're losing. If you play the Mountain Drake to one of those things, you're losing the +2. I always would. The Mountain Drake is 10 though, so then you're really up 8. That is a lot. I think I would rather just leave up all the tricks though.
Okay.
You see the Dead Bloom coming down.
Reinforce with the Dead Bloom a little bit, and then a White Flame.
Yeah, so this is big.
Actually, maybe not. No, I kind of like this play. I was figuring about the new unit that you get from Aurora. Because now you both have like 16 and 14. You have Defy and like.
Okay. No, it's 5, not 6. No.
So many things.
Oh,
wow, Wind Wall too. That's. Oh, Game Wall and Wind Wall. That's an interesting tech. I do kind of like it. It does cost 2 power though, which is a lot. Where you never want to be like, basically you want to jam your Aurora, then Wind Wall is good. But if you don't have your Aurora down, then Wind Wall isn't that good, because it just means you will be a whole turn later doing your Aurora, and that is very, very, very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Man, so this Aspirant's Climb that Timothy's playing is kind of, hurting them more, because they are at 8. That could have been the game. Not saying that they shouldn't be playing Aspirant Climb. Aspirant Climb is really good for, this deck, because now you have 3 units and 2 big units, a grip full of counter spells and on guards. Yeah. This is why Yi, like, if you let Yi get to do what Yi wants to do, it is so powerful. And Darius needs to go under Yi, to really punish Yi for doing that stuff. And
I was getting the battle axe right
I'm not a
before
Darius
the
believer. I guess I'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
Where I
like,
think
he was
Hook
like,
is
"Oh,
very
you got this,"
cool,
and he's
but
like,
I think
"Same
Hook
game
is a
combo with
little
this other
mopey, a
guy,"
little
like,
dubious sometimes. And there's a
Relax,
lot of decks that just punish that. Right? If you're playing against Kaisa, Kaisa can just kind of control the board, play the tempo game. Yi can just, okay, let you do a couple things and just jam big units like we just saw. And then, Annie can usually just like kind of ignore what you're doing and just cheat a win. And those are the most dominant top tier decks right now. So I feel like Darius has a hard road ahead of him.
Or end of the game a turn earlier because the Master Yi would have conquered a second battlefield in that turn instead of one. So,
and then also you would have had to fight that.
Yeah, I can tell when we get back to this screen that this is more 1080. This is more 1080, and this isn't glitchy.
Or not even just the one draw, yeah, because you get 2 from Hidden Blade. Yeah, it's a lot of advantage to give your opponent for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah,
I've never really played League, but obviously I know a little bit about it, and I do feel like they did a good way of implementing, like, hey, this is what this character likes to do in League or wants to do in League to this card game, which is fun to see. Because I come from more of I played Legends of Runeterra, and then that's what introduced me to the world of League of Legends and what had me fall in love with it. And then, I like the lore and everything like that, the characters, and then Arcane just amplified that.
That's been helping the Master Yi players a lot today.
Yeah, and he can always hide the Zonias to obfuscate it from stuff like salvage, but yeah, I think that potentially just like overloading it with the I lost my train of thought, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that was a quick one though. I think that's probably our second quickest game of the day. Because we had the MF Annie, I think is going to be the fastest game.
Yi could be playing
that round was
layer
that made
for I always forget what it is, but where you have to sacrifice a rune when you conquer. That would be really good against Darius, because Darius is very rune heavy, or power heavy, I should say, because to activate Baited Hook costs a power.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Sound off everyone in the chat who is
Wonder how many I tried to before I was streaming to see how many players were at attendance on this. It is 9 rounds, which 9 rounds, it means it has to be quite like, what is that, 250 or 350? Oh, that might be 250, so it might be 250.
I don't know if that was one of the, 30 errata cards on launch day, but I know that that's the way it's supposed to work. Yeah, so layer, so that means your units, anyone's units cannot go from here back to base. They're just spire trapped. And then on warrants, which we see that a lot in Annie. Whenever you conquer here, you get to rummage, i.e. discard a card and then draw a card, which is really good. And if you don't have any cards in hand, you still get to draw a card. You do not have to discard one in order to get it. And we wanted to throw a little bit more diversity in before we just started throwing mirror.
Pretty mopey start. Yes, at least you had a turn 1 play, but it is just a 2-drop since you do not get that token, since you did not get Legend. And, Yi just ramping like he wants to do.
Because it's the War Camp, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I hear Trefarian, I think War Camp. I don't think Glory Seeker. You're right.
Yeah. It's like what is it, like you train your brain to like, ooh, there's the Baited Hook.
Yep, there you go.
Interesting. Send it in there.
Really good.
I'm so excited to see this card do work. It's such
like, yes, maybe they're just sending it into the layer because that's going to be harder for them to ever save it. But I would kind of think you would want to discard and draw here, especially that Yi doesn't have anything on board to really contest. But I guess you get to do the rummage next turn, and it's basically all the same. And I guess if Justin does like what they have in hand right now, then that makes sense. And it does seem like they had a good hand because, they played out the Baited Hook, and the Noxus Hopeful.
Finding that
So
Hopeful could be really good. Something that's very interesting.
and now they get to do what they want. They have beta hooks, so they can basically be sacking things and going up the daisy chain. Ooh, this is always nice because you get to draw that discard and draw another one.
Battlefield last, never mind. Yeah, so totally changed a lot of stuff that interacts with Darius.
Interesting. Well, Kaisa's gonna take the battlefield. Justin's gonna go up to 3. He's gonna use the.
Interesting that you discard a baited hook. I haven't played this deck that much. I wonder if that's just always the heuristic that you just discard baited hook because you don't need to. But in my mind, 2 could just be good. Like, you build your deck around Aurora. For you want to, but this does cost energy, or sorry, a power every time you activate it. But you do have seals. But you could run out of units, stuff like that. So
he played at least
an interesting thing.
4 cards.
This is one thing too. I'm always a little more down on Darius because I'm not saying that Justin's play is wrong at all. Could be completely right. But you have your piece of the baited hook, and you have a little unit that you don't really care about that much. Sometimes you just don't sacrifice it because your unit is scoring or something like that. I still think you would kind of sacrifice that, but is what it is.
I mean, pretty sick stuff there.
I do think something like beta hook will get better when there are more cards in the card pool that we can play with, so then there's more units that you can kind of juicy targets to daisy chain up the chain or climb up the ladder.
A few more points would be great for Justin here because Timothy's already at stabilization mana range. But yeah, we'll see.
I'm interested to see if we get any.
Justin's already at 4, which this is a normal game, and so to be on an even one is pretty good. I would want to try to get rid of this turn so then they can't just reinforce, but this is already 8 plus the Yi's ability, so 10. The only way that you have that is call the weak would be super clutch. Maybe even if you had another hidden blade, you might just do that.
I keep forgetting about Master Yi's legend ability.
Yes, not doing it this turn is not the worst because you are at 4, which you want to be at the even points just because that's more advantageous. But to just keep Timothy on odd points and not being able to go super big does seem advantageous.
Yeah, I think
wish we could see the hand a little bit. Only 3 cards. That's not a lot.
I wonder if he has it. Okay, so there's a tap of the.
Okay.
Here's another.
They're going to go wide.
Captain.
That's that. If you have a grand stratagem or something, not sure how many. If that's super popular though. There we go. We're baiting hook. So we get to look at the top 5. Get to play something with. I think this is 3, so 4 or less.
Interesting.
Because it's always beta hook is look at the top 5 cards, and then basically you get to play it 1 unit for free that might is equal or less to +1 the might. So this was 3, so +1 would be 4 or less. Leona's a pretty good pickup there. This is looking strong, especially that.
Stunning is
especially that there's no Aurora, and that is what's hard for this matchup is okay, now the Yi doesn't have Aurora, so now it's not getting a free big baddie each and every turn. It's having to actually pay the cost for them, and that slows it down. Timothy might have actually sided out Aurora. That is what a lot of these are doing. They will start with Aurora, then side it out, or start without it, and then side it in to kind of keep their opponents guessing, or maybe their opponents bring in or don't bring in cards, thinking that they're going to be on the same thing, and you just kind of try to nullify some of your opponent's sideboard, which it is pretty cool, and I do like that. I think that's really good because what does hurt Aurora a lot are sideboard cards against Gears, right? So if you can play around that stuff, kind of keep your opponent guessing a little bit more, that seems always advantageous, always a good thing to do in a card game.
Mini Aurora almost. So
Yeah.
fun. What a cool card.
Let's see. Alright, how do you push here?
That's a really big board on Justin's side, though.
Okay.
So obviously just
Rearranging
Luna's
units.
coming in.
Timothy has
Yeah.
one up, so like an on guard, which they do have in hand. So right now, Deadbloom is 8 plus 2, so 10 plus the on guard would be 12.
Interesting, going for E.
This will be
Oh,
10
so
though, because 6 plus 2 plus 2, so
This is
10.
the better play because now you don't have to pay.
And they are putting 10, so this is a trade all around if they want to use their on guard.
Warrens, it'll help filter your hand a little bit.
It's also nice too because the Zon I was just about to say. But you beat me to it. You beat me to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Leona's ability. There we go. That's even better.
Okay.
Really powerful card that you got off your baited hook.
You have 5 points. Okay, discards the Trifarian Glory Seeker.
I wonder if he runs Cull because we haven't seen it yet, and Cull would go crazy in situations like this.
Look at this cosplaying back. Tibbers.
Doesn't look like
That's awesome. If only Tibbers was better in the game. That's one thing that does stink about Annie is that Annie doesn't really have a signature spell. Right, Annie's Snapcaster Mage unit is really good, but no signature spell does her. I'm not saying that it's that means Annie's unplayable, because Annie is obviously very strong and one of the best decks, but like just imagine if Annie had a good signature spell. What if Tibbers was good?
I want to say Echo, but I might get in trouble for that. But Echo's my boy.
But that's the same with Yi, right? No one's playing Yi's signature spell. It's not good.
So cool in Arcane.
Would you see the Spectral Matron come out, bringing out the 2 tokens?
Oh my goodness.
Wait, what is Darius's signature spell? I don't think anyone's playing Darius's. Maybe there's a lot of signature spells. Like Kaisa's is played, of course, just like a 1 or 2 of, because it's so expensive.
I think, dang, that's unfortunate. Because I think they send us.
Yeah, okay, maybe a lot of the signature spells aren't being played.
Yeah, they get shuffled in the.
Yeah, the top decks, Annie, Yi, no, Kaisa, yes.
Yeah, so.
Those are like the top 3 decks.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Is that?
Yeah. Ari usually does play Foxfire.
My goodness.
Yikes.
I think
he's already at
more
5.
recruits.
Yeah, this is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Man, this looks a night and day from the first game, where the first game was like, man, Timothy is in the driver's seat. I can't see Justin coming back. Where this is like, wow, Justin, like, look at this board. You have 5 points to 4 points, pretty close. 1 battlefield to 1 battlefield, but look at this board. This is nonsense, and this is Darius is just getting to do what Darius wants to do. Yi, unfortunately, didn't have the Aurora. Oh, it came accelerated? Oh, okay.
Pit rookie, yep.
He must have sided out the
Wait, did it?
if there's pit rookies in his deck.
For sure.
I don't know how I feel about all that, but we shall see if it works out.
Yeah. He might come back in now that he sees how wide.
Wait, why can't I rewind? Hello?
Yeah.
Like a way to get free dead blooms.
Is that a feature on all channels on Twitch?
Gonna hold here up to 6 points. And now it's
Is that something that like the channel has to say yay or nay to?
A grand strategy.
Because now like you can rewind and then like jump and stuff, like kind of like YouTube.
Like that. And especially when Timothy's tapped.
Interesting, because I wanted to see the play previous, but I guess I can't because we're okay.
Like obviously kill out the last unit. I think Timothy would just have to scoop it up.
That would be a literal.
Okay, never mind. We're not going to rewind. We'll just stay live.
I mean, I think because what are we looking at? 14 might, if I'm correct. And how much we have on board was that 4, 7, 11. So he has enough to just attack in with his tokens and stuff and clear the battlefield anyway. But obviously you'd lose most of your back row.
So let's see, we have 8, 9, 15 over here. They are tapped out. This is probably when you just take it. Like, yes, you're going to have to throw a lot, but you know that is a binary 15. That's it. There's nothing else that they could do. They're not even getting the +2 from the Yi because there's 2 units there. They can't go back or anything. They're all tapped out. This is just when you take it. And like, let's see, you have like 1, 2, 3, 7,
Or man behind the
10,
scenes.
11, 12, 13, 4. Oh, wow, you don't have 15.
Everybody let
1, 2, 3,
CMA know you're
4,
CMA
8,
for
9,
today.
10, 11. Oh, 15. Yeah, okay. I think, yeah, 15, 18. You have 18.
So funny.
You could literally send in everything that's untapped and then be left with like
I'm assuming he doesn't
3
have that.
tokens or
That double
this.
down. Especially
But
like he
you
said,
still do
he's
have
already
like
tapped out.
this
We're
and
not
that.
going on a win wall right
Yeah,
now.
that's
Yeah,
a lot.
This would not be like a question of anything at all whatsoever.
But you still do have the Leona and like the things that are tapped out. So I think there's
Oh, you're
like
saying draw
Leona,
like
the
that,
4
like
might, and like 1 token.
Gotcha, okay.
Oh.
It'd be great if you had like a grand stratagem or something. I know you wouldn't have been able to play that. That's
Oh,
yellow,
right,
yellow,
sure,
yellow.
this is where
That's
yellow
triple.
getting wrecked anyways too. Dang. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's so funny. He needed to hit a yellow this
He's
turn.
just gonna have to trade half of his board to clear battlefield, but I think you kind of have to, right? That's a big annoying battlefield, especially right now when he's not showing dazzling. You like might as well.
I don't know if you need to trade it off, right?
No, you're coming to conquer here because there's no Master Yi buff. Yeah, trading away those two, I think is definitely worth it. Oh, he does have seal. That's right. That's right.
Wow, they don't get to do anything with their runes or choose not to. That's rough. That's a really rough.
Cull in hand. Drop that, brother. You definitely go cull here. Yeah, for sure.
No, never mind. They were doing their Fate Folk. I thought they were untapping.
Tapping the seal in 2025.
That pit rookie was clutch because if that pit rookie wasn't there, that Call of the Week would have hit the tasty Fate Folk, and then there would just been the Dead Bloom Predator there. So then that would just been 10 rather than 15. Wow, that was like MVP pit rookie.
Top end threats. And
the only unit he has in hand is White Flame. Dead Bloomer GGs? Yeah.
I wonder what people that play Darius think about this matchup. I wonder if they think that this matchup is like a 50-50 favored or not favored, because the first game looked very unfavored. The second game looked very favored. But sometimes that's just how, like, play draws go and stuff like that, for sure, right? Sometimes there's not much you can do about it, where I wonder if it is just like a 50-50 across the board.
The Vanguard captain, then he just popped. Yeah, Tim's like, I'm done. He's like, that's way too much. Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah, I think he definitely wanted the stratagem there.
Whoa, don't do that.
I wonder if his deck plays like it'd be amazing to have Grand Stratagem, and like we haven't seen it at all in either.
It's like I try to open up something on my second screen, and it's like, oh, we'll just throw it on where you are going.
Absurd. So I'd be very surprised if he doesn't like run it at all, because he got like as wide as like a lot of like really good Victor decks do.
Obviously, they have a bit going here.
I don't know. So we haven't had any RE players yet.
We're going to look at more of these. Anyways,
for sure.
Let's see. So we're there. Cyborg, and it should be Lawn. Renata. So blue, yellow, which is Victor colors. When you or an ally hold. So I always think of 1v1. I know you can play teams and stuff, but this is 1v1. When basically you or an ally hold, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token exhausted. Remember that gold gears, you can exhaust, sacrifice, add 1 power of any color. So I do think that gold is very good. It does come in exhausted.
It's tough out here. We started
so that is a downside.
Morning at 3:30 a.m.
Your time, yeah.
My time.
And we will go back later.
Didn't sleep last night, so we're getting through. We're getting through 9 rounds today on no sleep. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, for sure.
Max is hard carrying.
I wonder what their third battlefield is.
I'm buying Max.
So Yi gets to play first, which is very good. I wonder if they do the ramping one.
because I'd be very
because the ramping one
surprised
could be
if
really
they
nice because
don't
if you
have
start on 3 and
the
have
event that they sold their PPG exclusive playmat, they sold out.
Find Your Center, that's really, really strong.
It did. This one's so cool. It has the different logos. I mean, we've talked about it, but yes, it is just very cool.
No, I feel like they would have done that last turn because you always want to usually do that when you're on the draw. You're going second because then you can do Catalyst of Aeons on your first turn because you would do 3 normally and then another one, so 4. Okay, so War Camp is +1 might to everything there. Makes sense for Justin. And this, I believe that Obelisk of Power, I believe this is the one where you have to sacrifice a rune when you conquer?
Dude, the cookies.
Yes, I believe conquer, not hold.
I think it's kind of cool.
I need to play, like I said,
yeah, there is a time limit for each round. Each round is 50 minutes. That's what this started at 50 and it goes down. Each match is best of 3 games. So, he won, they won the first one, they won the second one, and so this is the deciding one. If this does reach 0, then it goes to turns, and basically you have 5 more turns. So it'd be like turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not each player getting 5, the whole thing, and then whoever has the more points is the winner after that. And then if it's tied in points, it's a draw in the whole match, which really stinks because then like your record would go to 4-1-1, which is really unfortunate, especially this kind of in the mid stages. But with 16 minutes left on the clock, they should be able to finish this as long as they're playing at a reasonable speed.
Yeah, I think so. Especially like with the way he's been going wide in the past 2 games, like with all the
exactly.
recruits.
Like there's no way he doesn't, right? Like you can't just perform that well and just not run it.
Exactly. So Darius is gonna come in here, ready to go. Goes ahead and
got so many runes already.
Get in there that fast. What, did I miss something? He's on.
No, he's on War Camp and Obelisk, and so what, he started at 4, started next. Yeah, so he should be.
Yeah, we got so many runes already, but they already have their Darius down and a rune, or not a rune, a seal.
Okay, yes, seal into Darius. Okay. I missed that for some reason. Yeah, I was like,
wait, ooh, that really is rough. That he did not have any sort of ramp that turn, because if they had a catalyst or really anything, Find Your Center, 2 or 1 ramp, that would be great, because they're at 6 right now. They're going to 8, so that is 1 short of Aeons.
Oh, he saved the best,
because the gear that they're going for is 9. So even if they had just a 1 ramp, they could play it next turn, but unfortunately they cannot.
Yeah, he's absolutely cooking right now.
He's hit both battlefields.
Tasty? Yeah, accelerate that tasty. That's a really good good for them. I believe they're at 7, 1, 2, 3, which that means that they will be. Yep, and Aurora is in their hand, so next turn they can gen the Aurora. That was really nice for them, that they got to accelerate their Tasty, kill the Darius, get a point, and then they do get to have 9 runes up to play their Dazzling Aurora on their next turn. When that looks really strong.
So I'm interested.
They had a Dead Flume Predator off of that, then they can just eat this for free.
Cruel Patron or Baited Hook, if on a unit that's at a battlefield by itself, because when the unit dies, you technically lose control of that battlefield. But to my understanding,
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's a really good play to get rid of that, so that if they do hit a Dead Bloom Predator, it has to go back to base, because when you hit something off of Dazzling Aurora, it has to go back to your base. So here, or a battlefield you control, Dead Bloom Predator could be played at a battlefield that the opponent controls, because that is its like special text.
Oh yeah, because he technically.
Leona always feels good.
It depends on, because I know in a showdown you would in the showdown, if you don't have any units on the battlefield, if you control the battlefield at the start of the showdown, you still technically maintain ownership. But I'm not sure how that works outside of showdowns. But either way, it seems like Justin doesn't really want to play in the War Camp right now. He's more than okay with playing it in base.
Yeah, I think just like stacking up in base and saying like, okay, you
Yep.
have Tasty,
Get your Aurora
turn, I'm
out.
gonna just do some crazy
Well,
stuff.
both
Until your
decks get
Aurora
their
hits.
gear that they're built around. We have Aurora
Sometimes
and
the
we have
Aurora
Baited
can
Hook.
hit the
Aurora
deadloom
now,
could go
Baited Hook
crazy,
way
but also, you
earlier.
could also just like
And we did hit the Deadloom, so really heads up play from Justin,
I think,
you know,
honestly,
sacking their unit at
think that
the
would be
war
really
camp. So
Yeah,
then
base
the
makes a lot of
Predator
sense
would
here
not
because
just,
if
one,
Justin
eat
goes
that unit,
into
and
the
two, get a
war
point.
camp, you need a war
You know,
package
could
on
definitely
that.
eat a
Yeah,
unit
absolutely.
soon,
This game
as
is
well
just
as, you know,
started
get a
going
point,
instantly.
but holding that off, that was a very, very heads up play.
I'm very interested to see if he's able to like go X1 without stratagem, without like look how wide.
God, whenever it does a big glitch like that, I'm always like, oh, hold, don't drop.
It has a great stuff. Like with all the
It seems like their bit rate is just a little bit low, which, you know, they are at a convention center, so sometimes it is hard to get good internet there.
He kind of plays.
But at least it seems like stable enough to like hold. It doesn't seem like they've gone down, which is really good.
But like even like
Yeah, no, they've been live for almost 7 hours, so that means that they have not gone down, which is really good. So, you know, might be a little glitchy a little bit, but no big malfunctions, which is always nice because that's a nightmare to try to deal with.
Is he not? There is a sabotage over on Timothy's side to take the stratagem.
Yeah, I think you.
Oh, over here we have some of the alternative arts, some of the path alternative arts, some of the Nixus Knight green runes. And then this looks like a regular one, which you see that a lot, right? Because the game is so new, where it's like, yeah, Timothy might want all the alternative art ones, but it's like, oh, haven't bought them or opened them quite yet, so I'm playing with a couple, you know, just normal ones still.
And then you get the heck out of there, and then you get some guy back in base. You're kind of playing like hit and run.
Yeah.
And then there's the captain, and the captain gets you.
Great, because they get their Legion token because they played the Howdy Poro before.
If he played something, did he play another thing?
I guess I should have said Legion tokens.
His runes are tapped.
Yeah, at this point, I would assume you would want both hooks because you have a lot of runes you can recycle, a lot of units that you can go. Because now they're probably hoping for the, I always forget what it's called. It's like the Shadow Isles, like Matron or whatever.
What do we see here?
I played a Poro.
Because now you just have so many things to feed to these hooks.
He played something.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Can't read it from here, but yeah, the Shadow Isle, like Matron. Get something back from your trash. It's for get more tokens like that. Like this turn was awesome. They got to play a hook, got so many tokens, got so many actual bodies.
I'm not sure if other Darius players do that, but I'm liking that.
And that's kind of what Justin needs here, to just like throw so many things, because this Tasty is 8 right now. And yes, this is going to be a hard trade. Actually, no, it's an easy trade. I forgot about Leona.
I have a hard time feeling like
where like even if Leona wasn't there, Justin would still be able to take that over, but they would be losing so many Poros and tokens because, you know, the Yee's bodies are so big compared to what Darius is working with. But Leona is so clutch when Leona is the tech against Yee, where you just get to stun an enemy unit for a turn, and Yee usually only has one big unit. It's like, yep, GG's, I can go over you, and then I'm not even trading anything. Nothing is dying on my board. That is really good.
If you do, I think Justin is going to try and push anyway. Oh, yeah, 2 left. If Justin has stratagem, there should be game.
Yep. Discipline, always good, just to cantrip away.
So here's a big swing here from the
10, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Some of these units. Looks like all of them are going down to the Deadloom because it was pumped up by discipline.
Yeah, now we're at 4 to 6.
From Master Yi into the war.
Like, Justin is at winning range. He is at 6. He could go double conquer to 10, or sorry, to 8. Ooh, that was a really good hit. Because now this up here is 10 might. This down here is 16. If you had Call the Weak, they would probably sack the Yi, so it would be 10 and 12. Hidden Blade would be really good, because then you could like Hidden Blade this. and then it would be 10 and 8. I believe Timothy only has 2 runes to work with. So 2 runes, not tons. Defy, On Guard, Discipline, maybe a Defy and an On Guard.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Ooh, okay, there we go. That's a mass pump.
Sabotage in hand? Hello?
Wait, was that their hand?
I'm confused.
Wait, did Timothy just show the hand, be like, oh, I had all these cards do nothing, but they had a whatever the Thoughtseize effect is. What's it called? Where you get to look at your opponent and take something from them. That seemed like they should have done that, but maybe they were holding up like a Defy, and then Defy couldn't, counter the mass pump or something like that.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Was I there?
Interesting. All right, we're going to look at more cards from the new set until the next round. Renata. So when you are an ally hold, you get to get 1 exhausted gold gear token while your score is within 3 points of the victory score. So your score, not your opponent's score. Your gold add an additional 1 energy. So that basically, if you are at usually 5 or more, your gold then sacks for 1 power, 1 energy. That is really good. I like Renata a lot. I think that this ability is good. Yes, this is definitely a win more mechanic, and I like win more mechanics are good, but what's even better are mechanics that help you get ahead from behind, or get to parity when you're behind, or get ahead when you're at parity. But this could be a parity. If you and your opponent both are at 5, you're in parity, this could help you get ahead. I do like this. And also this is when you hold. And so then therefore you could be getting quite a few of these gears, or sorry, yeah, I guess they're gears, these gold gear tokens. Yeah, I like Renata. I think that's pretty strong. Hostile Takeover, 5 and 2, so kind of expensive. Hidden, which is crazy. Usually hidden cards are pretty cheap.
I think you'd need 7 and 1 to guarantee, right?
Wow, that's crazy to me that this has hidden. That it costs 5 energy, 2 power, or you can hide this just for 1 power. Take control of an enemy unit at a battlefield. Ready it. Start a combat if other enemies are there. Otherwise, conquer. Okay, take control of an enemy unit at a battlefield.
I think there's
a slip.
Ready it.
Used to be really hype in the North American meta. There's a lot of hype around it.
Yeah, okay. Lose control of that unit and recall it at end of turn.
How good it is against Annie, but if it's good against Annie, I mean, might be the time, dude. It might be the time.
It's a really good card, especially for the hidden cost, because with the hidden cost, what you do is you take over something, you have 1 unit at a battlefield, you hide this. Then maybe your opponent, best case scenario, your opponent swings in for 2 things, thinking that, okay, you'll just, they'll win.
I gotta run go use the restroom real quick.
Well, you then flip this over, take 1 of their things, you hopefully then eat their thing, and then go back.
How are you guys doing so far? How are you?
That's a pretty cool one. That's a tricky one. I like that. That's fun.
Checking this out, or is everybody just watching?
Silver is orange purple. What's orange purple right now? Orange purple. Body chaos. Oh, misfortune. There we go. Misfortune. So Sivir is when you recycle a rune, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token exhausted. When 1 or more enemy units die, ready me. This sounds very good to me.
NES Fallen Star, that's right.
1, it's chaos, which I do like chaos, as in purple, the color. When you recycle a rune, which you tend to do a lot, and this doesn't say when you recycle 2 runes in a turn or something like that, it's just 1 rune, you then get a gold gear. Yes, a gold gear is not as good as a rune out, because a gold gear cannot add energy. It's just power. But it does kind of pseudo. It almost like half gives you back for that. And because it's a one-time effect. What's even better, though, is when one or more enemy units die, you can ready. So if you can, like, recycle something on your turn, or sorry, recycle a rune on your turn, kill something, untap her, do it again, that sounds really good. I think that that is very promising, and I think that there could be a lot of play with Sivir. Ooh, this is... One is super cheap, but two power, but to be fair, Sivir is giving you some power. Ooh, ready your units. All of them.
I wish I was playing. I had spine surgery recently, so I had to back out of playing. Well, prioritize
That's
yourself
really
first, my
good.
friend.
That is
sure
an awesome
you'd
spell
rather be there for
because
being,
one is exactly how much energy you want this to cost,
prioritize yourself
where
first,
yes,
so
you're a little bit more
before
okay
games.
with that 2 power because you could play,
And it'll just make it
later
flexible,
turns when you have
with
10
controls.
runes or 8 runes, you could play 2 or 3 good or mediocre units, play this for 1, and do an alpha strike. That sounds really good. I'm gonna quickly run to the washroom, be right back, because this seems like a good time since we're still in between rounds, and then we'll probably still have time to look at some more of these to see what Fiora does.
I'm so excited to play Warwick next set. How y'all feel about MF versus Yi Aurora? MF has hand control, just OP rare. Me personally, I just like having access to the green stuff. I'm a big fan of counter spells, and green is the best ones right now. I want Ornn to be good. Dude, Ornn's gonna be like one of my main for sure. Like, there's no way he's not. Did I tell you guys I pulled one of his signature gear in the pre-release event that I played in? And signature gear as in like signature spell, not signature card, because I know a bunch of people are like, oh my god, you pulled a signature? Got the... I don't think it's gonna focus. But it's the Sorelia's Requiem. It's pretty snazzy. I currently have it in my pre-release Jax deck. Yes, sir, Jax indeed. Jax was really good in the pre-release event. My only loss, I think, was to Aurelia. That's the best
But I
one
missed
too,
chat.
W.
Ugh.
His ganking gear, right? I don't know. When the Setsu drops in February. Does it give ganking?
Okay. I like Sivir. I think that ability is really good.
They want to play Rumble.
And I really, that's a signature spell that really... Yeah, and it's not even just an alpha strike to win the game. It can help you just kill some of your enemy units that they thought were going to be safe, which is always nice. So the last one up is Fiora.
With zero testing, gotcha. I mean, I hope it works out for you. They seem like they have some like cool stuff with like how they buff up the mechs. Is it my imagination or one Christmas? I did have a Christmas tree like right over there that during the Teppen days, because I haven't streamed since Teppen days. Where I've been doing some YouTube videos for Riftbound, this game, but I haven't booted up the stream. But today I was like, you know what? I have nothing going on. I kind of want to watch some of this. And unfortunately, I did not decorate my stream room like I used to. Maybe I should do that. That was fun. Remember Teppen? Are you still playing Teppen at all or no? And Survivor and -1 power cost is so strong. Interesting. I always thought the Teppen days. Like, I have not touched Teppen, because I got a new job. That's kind of what restricted me from streaming as much.
They're not restricted me, just I didn't have as much time, just wanted to focus on that. And that was what,
Spelled and Orange does the same
20, it was like May
Where did you start, like,
2021. So right around that
from
summer, I
Dax is
stopped doing content for
Where you have
Tepin,
access to is, like,
and I
really
stopped playing
good, like,
completely.
really good.
No, I dropped it long ago.
And, like,
Yes.
before, like, I will say when we did the pre-release
Okay,
event,
so no, I dropped it
there
long
was a
ago.
lot of
Same here, because
stuff
basically, like, and like I was kind of getting lukewarm just because, like, remember with COVID, how there was like nothing, and it was just a terrible meta, and it was already kind of good, like declining, but I still like the community. It was really fun to hang out with everyone and stuff like that. But like once I stopped making content for it, then I easily stopped playing it, and I am very surprised that it is still going on, and I don't see people playing it. I don't see content, and it's just like, huh, I do wonder if it's like bigger in Japan, but I was living in Japan for a while and never saw anyone on the train play it or any advertisements or anything like that. I went to the Capcom store and Tokyo Game Show and never saw any rumblings at all about Tepin. So yeah, I'm not sure, like, but I do every once in a while see that there's a new set, so it's a little weird.
Trigger her with gear, and you need
I wonder how it is, because I felt like it was getting very stale. I felt like they were running out of ideas for cards and stuff. I wonder if it's kind of gotten a little bit better, or if it's just kind of same old, same old.
Just because we haven't seen it, right? I'm somebody that like needs to see it.
Yeah, maybe living is too strong of a word, but basically from the last 3 years, I did a lot of traveling, kind of just like Airbnb traveling, where I spent roughly about a year in Thailand, a year in Tokyo, and then a couple months in Korea. Did some other traveling around Southeast Asia. Was playing some Magic and did some Magic RCQs there and qualified for the RCs. But now I'm back. Yeah, my work is completely remote, and I set my own schedule, so that's why I did that. But then it's like, you know what, I haven't been back for a while, and then it was kind of perfect timing because Riftbound came out, and I'm like, you know what, when I travel around the US, compete in this, kind of almost relive Magic days.
A lot of them worked on Magic, and like a lot of this game is heavily inspired by a lot of Magic mechanics.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a ton of fun because like I did a lot of traveling. I did backpack traveling right when I graduated college. So this was obviously very different because I was more or less just getting Airbnbs for a couple months at a end. So very just slow travel, but it was a ton of fun.
I'm back. What's up, Max?
So for your Grand Duelist.
I think it is
Orange Yellow. Who's Orange Yellow right now?
Yeah.
I think it's a cool way. It gives like incentive on cards that might be a little bit underpowered. Like, oh, this card's effect is like mid, but it gives me a gold, so that's kind of.
Crowd who's Orange Yellow.
Yeah.
Lisa? No, not Lisa.
I don't know. It's also interesting because
I don't remember. When one of your units becomes mighty, a unit is mighty while it has 5 or more. You may exhaust me to channel 1 rune exhausted.
Yeah.
If you have some shenanigans going on, I think you could take advantage
I've seen
of being a gear.
I've seen a lot of people.
So
like,
I don't know.
You can activate Heimerdinger,
Does
but
this
if you, like, treat it as a gear,
trigger if you play a mighty unit?
That's hilarious.
obviously you don't
Or does it?
really
I think
wanna do
that
but
how I'm interpreting it is that when it's one of your units becomes mighty that wasn't mighty before.
Hopefully
Very
we'll get
exciting.
started for you guys. Yeah, 7 out of 9. We're blowing through this today.
Yeah, I don't love this one. Repose 2 and 2. That's kind of expensive. Well, the 2. Choose a friendly unit and a spell. Counter that's
We'll definitely see
what?
it a couple of times this weekend. Absolutely.
Wait, what? Choose a friendly unit and a spell.
Very interested to
Counter that
see if
spell
it's in. So, I'm close to
and
sold
give
out,
that
so
unit
really,
plus
really
might equal to that
very
spell's
good
energy cost
there.
this turn.
He made day 2 with Annie.
Wait. That's
and,
crazy and very weird for these colors.
Like a little press tour with Annie, and
What's going on?
A lot of the rise in Annie
Because the counter spell color is green. Like that's where Defy and Windwall and all of that is.
The Annie deck
where like this is body and order. To be fair, order countering spells does kind of make sense.
Necessarily
Okay, this
spell
signature
interaction,
spell
which I think is kind of like
is really good.
but like obviously if you draw better
Yes,
cards, like,
it does cost 2 power, which is a lot, but it only costs 2 energy, which is cheap.
Room for some new like technology that could allow
However,
any player, like something that allows for some versatility. Like a card that comes to mind like immediately is going to be Gust, right? Because Gust can be
I do think that you need you have to choose a friendly unit. Because it says choose a friendly unit and a spell.
I wonder if there's like
so if you don't have a friendly unit, this doesn't work.
Or if it really is just like whoever draws better. Because the deck's pretty
That's a big detriment.
Like, you're both gonna see your
Yeah, that is a hoop to jump through. However,
ability cards, and you're both gonna have access to
you usually do have a lot of
maybe it's
units,
to it than people are giving it credit.
but still.
Who knows? I haven't played it. I haven't seen it. That's one way to. That's one thing that.
I mean, I'm sure we'll see it this weekend, like we said. I'm sure.
Yeah, I know. The ones I'm most excited about, Silver seems good. Renata seems good. Or maybe good. Ezreal seems maybe good. Azir not so much. Aurelia not so much. Jack seems good. Ornn seems good.
I would like to see set Kai'Sa, but I don't think there's any sets.
Seems good.
Up undefeated.
Draven, I want to be good. But I don't think I can see playing him or Annie. And especially that Annie can fit in any deck. And Draven is basically fitting in any aggressive deck. And Annie is kind of aggressive. So I feel like both of them are kind of slotting in the same hole. And then therefore, I don't see playing Draven. I just don't. I don't see that that's something that I'm actually going to be doing, even though I want to. But his spinning axe is good. Lucian does seem good.
Battlefield and then kill it, make them use the legend ability, and then
Rumble seems okay. Let's see. Let's look at some of the rares and epics.
And if you can hit the sets on curve.
So let's look at the rares and epics of the chosen champion units. Also, you like the art here. So they have the normal art. And then for each chosen, because each legend that we were just talking about, there's 2 chosen units that you can play. There's a rare, which is this symbol, and then an epic. Let's see, which is this symbol. And one of each color. So the Draven will have a red rare and then a purple epic. And then each one will have alternative art, which is this like little yellow thing. Does the exact same thing, just alternative art. So, this is one of his skins. This is the Shadow Isle skin, I believe. So Draven. I guess we don't need a large. This is we can enlarge. I don't want to enlarge.
Yeah, for sure.
4 for 4. Okay. When I win a combat, play a gold token exhausted. When I attack or defend, you may pay 1. If you do, give me +2 this turn.
For sure.
It's a cool deck. I don't think it's like bad by any means.
I like it, but I feel like the 4-drop you're competing with Kai'Sa. And I don't think that this is better than Kai'Sa.
Because if you have
so I do like the 4 for 4. I like that it doesn't cost any power, which is nice. I do like that when you win a combat, you get a gold.
+4, buff him again with
I don't know. I like this. Let's see. Let's just look at the other ones.
Okay position, but then
I want to get Rengar up in here. I love this dude. Love this fuzzball. Rumble. Here we go.
Gotta be in a weird spot for sure.
So Rumble 4 for 4 again. Your mechs each have assault +1 when we're attackers. Okay. That's good to pair with Rumble because Rumble gives shield +1. So if you have this, It's just both. When I conquer, you may recycle another friendly unit. To play a mech from your chest, reduce its energy costs by the might of the unit you recycled. That's pretty good. Yeah, if you have a little unit out, you recycle that unit, get a bigger unit by just paying a little bit.
Kind of definitively say the matchup is bad, but I do think like, if
you still would have to pay for the power because it's just reducing the energy cost.
I mean, they already made next sabotage.
I don't know. That seems
maybe with
kind of cool.
That's coming out. They have. I know there's a.
I love this art.
Creature that has gear removal on it, like that sort of thing. Could
be I wish it said what skin this was.
Really beneficial because you could just throw that yellow creature or unit in your deck and, oh snap! Here we are.
All right, we are back. All right, so we see Luke again. Another. We're gonna see him again with his Misfortune deck.
Misfortune up against Andrew on Kaisa, both on 5-1. This is hype.
Yes,
I love this matchup. This is like this is peak Riftbound right here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
the only thing it's missing is some counter spells, some green, you know? What?
Yes, sir. We do love green counter spells.
Okay, so this matchup.
Why can't I just delete that?
It's very build dependent. It's very build dependent. It can change so much based off of like the configuration.
Yo, Twitch, why aren't you letting me mod?
Until we start to see exactly what each player is playing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Getting to go first is pretty good. It means that you'll have a little bit of the initiative. You'll be not too worried about the points. He does have the Aspirant's Climb in play too, so I mean, this is going to be a 9-point game, and he's already got.
Can I really not mod? Wait, why is it not letting me mod in here?
Andrew is going to be able to launch out that Kaisa here with ready, so he can score 2 here, which isn't bad.
I'm very interested. So we've already know that Luke is a good player. We've seen him play already, and I would very much expect that he is very experienced in this matchup for sure. I think the only issue that he might have is like getting out aggroed.
Did I forget how to mod things? Jeez, I know it's been a while, but like
he does have a dead
Twitch changed things.
Yeah.
Do delete a message.
Obviously, Andrew's already tapped out.
Pin message.
I would not be
like to reply.
Dead Bloom here because I think Dead Bloom. Of course, he is in a situation where there is no time warp and Vrain. That is really good targets.
Vrain is wow.
No, so he does have a retreat.
Click on the user.
Would have been nice. So you could get rid of the Kaisa before it could become a problem, before Andrew develops protection.
Should be a ban. Oh, do you just have to ban them? You can't just delete the message? Oh. Follow, whisper, gift, invites, ban, timeouts.
Would have preferred to remove it by
okay, there we go.
Obviously, we see
Thank you.
in hand, but no cleave. So he could have died. He wouldn't have enough resources to play Darius in another unit to have it attack.
For some reason, did they used to have just a delete a message? Or am I just misremembering?
The Dead Bloom this turn.
Okay, so I think honestly, if we're being honest here.
Anyways, okay, there's the game. So let's see. It is Kaisa versus Misfortune. Okay, so Kaisa, most popular deck, arguably the best deck. Misfortune is going to be the Aurora Misfortune. So very similar to Master Yi, just different colors and getting to play a couple different things. I like Master Yi mid-range more than the Aurora, and if I am playing Aurora, I like to be playing Misfortune more. But to be fair, I haven't played Misfortune as much, and she hasn't put up as many results in the tournament scene. So it is interesting to see that. Luke versus Andrew. Let's see. We are having Aspirant's Climb on Misfortune side, so this will go up to 9 points. And Reaver's Row is when you are holding. When someone comes in to try to conquer, you can move back. Pretty good, especially you throw your Kaisa there, and then you can be like, oh, just kidding, I want to move her back. Andrew has to play this very aggressive. However, starting off strong with 3 points to Kaisa, Pouty Poro, drawing some cards with the Kaisa, but Luke already got Aurora down. I don't know what turn this is. It looks like
hit, especially at this point, you really do want to hit those.
I think they're living the dream. Mono Drake, not the best hit. Definitely, Luke would definitely want to be hitting something like the Watcher, Predator, something just actually Predator would have been the same. You know, nothing was on board. But the Mind Splitter, that's the one. Mind Splitter would have been the best because then you would just get to Thoughtseize your opponent, and that always feels great. And that's a little bit why I like Misfortune more, because I feel like she just has more cantrips, more like gust, stuff like that, as well as Mind Splitter. Mind Splitter feels so good when you hit it off of Aurora, you get a big body, and you get to take any card from your opponent's hand. It's awesome. It feels real good.
Okay, there's a Gust.
Gusting a Poro never feels good, especially that they just have a Kaisa that they can move. But now this Drake can just eat the Kaisa down here because this Kaisa is just a sitting duck. Because if the Drake goes up here, they could just activate Reaver's Row, push it back. But Andrew could have they're going to have one energy up. So Andrew could easily have a retreat in hand. Which that would be very, very good for Andrew. If Luke comes in with the Drake to try to eat this Kaisa, Andrew spends one to retreat it. That feels really nice, and there was a retreat.
I think now you want to take time warp for sure.
I wonder if you just want to do this retreat right now.
Your opponent has so much pressure. There's a lot of opportunity here, but you really just take time.
I kind of think I would like to. I think if I was Andrew, I think I would have wanted to retreat, because retreat is a reaction. Retreat before this sabotage resolves. Retreat the Kaisa. Okay, I couldn't see what he took. Did he take the retreat or no?
He's gonna come in on the Kaisa, and then I think you just does he have 8? I think if he
so good.
He does have
interesting going back up there. I'm guessing he didn't take the retreat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that was really good.
Can't but he can retreat. Dang.
Oh, he played that from hand. Okay, so he knew that.
One thing that you mentioned earlier that.
What is this card? I can't. Oh, that's the retreat. I'm not sure what Luke took on the sabotage. Wow, Luke's just gonna have a big board now. Was it a Void Seeker that he took? Which, to be fair, Void Seeker is really good. Void Seeker is 4 damage, draw a card.
I would do that as well, just because.
And I think Andrew might have had 2 Void Seekers, so they could have doubled Void Seeker, a Dead Bloom Predator.
I can in my power not to give them access to Reaver's Row.
So Andrew is up 5-2, but
that's a hidden card.
There's 10 might here, 16 might here, and a hidden card. That is a lot of stuff. However, Luke is tapped out. So Andrew gets to do whatever he wants without worrying about what Luke may or may not have this turn. Yes, Andrew has to think about, he doesn't want to put himself into a terrible position for next turn when Luke untaps. But for right now, Andrew just gets to do all the calculations for free. 2 Void Seekers, so you could double Void Seeker to kill one of these Predators. However, this could be a fight or flight, and that's what I'm guessing it is. So that would be terrible if Andrew goes for a double Void Seeker, a Predator, has to pay 2 to recycle because of the deflect cost, and then just gets fight or flighted. That would be pretty darn bad.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. This is where we really see those Dazzling Roar decks just run away with these games.
Yeah. And
we know no time warp.
I couldn't see what else. He had a Lecturing Yordle.
And then once he starts hitting Mind Splitters off of Aurora, this is gonna be
oh, let's see your hand, Andrew.
Crushing for Andrew.
2 Void Seekers, Lecturing Yordle.
Yeah, and actually the fact that he hasn't hit Mind Splitters thus far.
A Darius.
I'm surprised we haven't even seen him. Not even in hand.
A Kaisa. Oh, the Kaisa that he retreated.
Pretty lucky for Andrew that he's been able to dodge these hand rips, because they're really annoying to play against.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You could go
part of this matchup.
Totally.
if you have a read that this is fight or flight. You could Void Seeker,
Luke has been able to utilize
then
Sabotage,
trade
but
Poro
it's
for the
at some point,
Drake.
Sabotage tech is like
You do get to draw 2 cards. I don't think that that's that bad, because then you could send Kaisa into reverse row,
For sure.
exactly
get
especially
the
cards you care
point,
about,
go
right?
up to 6,
Yeah, exactly.
get a
Like, you can always
draw,
counter spell
and then you
it
can always just move
to
Kaisa
prevent
back
your opponent
if
from ever, like,
that
having
battlefield
it in
gets
their hand.
contested. This is going to be harder because of the fight or flight.
I see in Andrew's hand, he's got the Yordle. He's got.
You
2
could,
Void
let's see,
Seekers.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you did what I was talking about, then you would only have 4 left, so you couldn't play the other Darius.
Singularity's gonna be expensive though. With the
You could just play a little the Kaisa to wait for next turn.
we do see the Yordle.
Could do the lecturing Yordle, see what you draw.
Maybe get him a little more access to something he needs. Bringing out the Darius, comes in ready.
Okay. So now you just bring both of those into the Drake.
Double Darius in.
You trade 1 Darius for Drake. That's not bad.
Darius is so good.
Yes, in a situation
You
like
do
this
get to
where
conquer.
having the Dead Bloom on
And then I'm
is
guessing you're just
maybe that's why he
leaving.
did it was so that he could save his own unit. But like again, I don't really want to give.
Oh, see, yeah, because now he still gets the Drake
Yeah,
because it's reverse
but you
row.
trade 1 for 1 with the Darius, and that's just like.
Because here's the thing: now you're all tapped out. He could just move. If he has if Luke has nothing in hand, he could move here and trade his 1 Drake for your 2, which is a 2 for 1, which isn't great. But if he has anything in hand, like a fight or flight or something, this just gets blown out of the water.
Hasn't commit to that.
Because that would trade. Yeah, I was gonna say that would.
Play cards does Luke have in hand? At least 1, because he drew 1 for turn. But I'm not quite sure. We haven't seen his hand for quite some time.
And then he's gonna preserve.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense why Andrew would use the reverse row to take 1 Darius back. Because if he left in hopes that he could trade, Luke had anything. If Luke only has 1 card in hand, though.
Yeah. There's the
play, good
challenge.
play.
Try and take down the Darius.
Okay, that card was a very good card to have, the fight card.
Another one, I would do Kaisa after, but I think Darius first. Like we've been seeing, basically just red players overall utilizing pre-established Dariuses to ready and get buffed up every single game we've seen so far. I think it's definitely super important to get rid of that when you can. And then if you have another way to remove something, that's when you go for Kaisa.
So Luke here, he's contemplating playing his champion. I think he's going to do it because, like, if you're not using your runes, then you might as well do it.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
And then
get your misfortune, which Kaisa has already used first, I believe.
Not only
oh my god,
not quite sure where Andrews is.
So
I assume I think we've seen 2 Kaisas. I assume maybe 1 is from there, so they don't have any more. At least not their free one, but we don't even see the legend, so not sure.
If anything can actually engage with your
That's a great hit.
Yeah,
That's a very good hit.
You just take Singularity. Yeah. It doesn't go to the bottom of the deck. It actually gets discarded.
Yeah, Sabotage is recycled.
Oh, it's taking Singularity. Singularity was one that we did not see, or that I couldn't tell. Taking Singularity is a really good one. Because 6 damage could kill Misfortune, make it very easy to, at least trade with something else. This fight or flight, or this hidden card is doing so much mental damage to Andrew for the simple fact that, like, you have a read that is probably fight or flight. If it's not, it still is acting like it, and that's the beauty of hidden cards. Because right now, like, those 2 Deadloom and now a Misfortune, how are you dealing with that?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're just coming out for free, and you're like, what?
So you can target Misfortune and then use a Void Seeker. That's pretty nice. Because you're basically just down on some resources, but you're even on cards, and you got to kill a Misfortune. That's good.
The Watcher is
a Watcher would be really good for sure.
And Luke is all tapped out, and I believe no cards in hand.
Very true, very true.
But yeah,
so they could fight or flight this back because Void Seeker is at a battlefield. But
yeah, it's probably over.
I don't even know if you care. I think you might just be like, yeah, this trade's fine. I'll lose my misfortune and this is okay, because they're still having this be the unknown card is doing a lot in this game, I believe. I like this play from Luke. It's very tempting if this is a firefight. We're not sure. I didn't quite see when he hit it. It is tempting to save your misfortune, but your predators are
I'm assuming you're talking about
8 and have
untapped,
deflect.
12 to everything.
That is really good. Or you can just firefight one of your opponent's, units and be like, "Ha, you thought that we were going to be trading? Nope, not going to happen."
Yeah, it's just done.
I just noticed.
I haven't seen him.
I believe his whole deck is Chinese simplified.
I think in this matchup, it's like one of the.
That's really cool.
For sure.
I respect that. I love foreign language on cards.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
And because with Riftbound, you can play any language, but all the cards in your deck must be the same language. And so that means your main deck has to be the same language. Your rune deck can be a different language, but it has to be all the same language. So you could have all English, or all, like, let's say Chinese simplified runes, and then all English main deck, but you couldn't have your main deck be Chinese and English combined.
I mean, it's definitely worth
Which
it,
I
right?
don't love that, just because, hey, if you get like one cool Chinese card that you want to play with, I think it's fun to play with. But their whole reasoning is that printing production, the weights might be slightly different, which, okay, I get it. I'm not really complaining. I think it's a little suboptimal or sub fun, but it is what it is. So basically you have to go full on in or nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
But I could see myself definitely picking up some of the battlefields, or maybe the runes or the legends, because those are easier. That's like, oh, okay, I'll just pick up, Annie in Chinese or something like that. Well, you just need to get one thing and then just play that, because that's not going into any main deck.
2 cards in every area, and then your dazzling just goes off, so you just get free value.
Interesting dinking over there.
That's
so
really,
cool.
really cool if it gets going.
That sounds so sick.
Because also Luke's at
Oh,
6,
big 2, yeah, that's
not
right.
7.
Oh my gosh, he just.
Or as long as this is correct, it's 6 to 6. So it'd be one thing to try to ultra hold if you were at 7, because you're like, okay, well, Andrew can't deal with this, so that's fine. But you need to double hold or hold and conquer. Yeah, I like this, especially because this is the one with the fireflight. So this is, well, fight or flight. This is already a little bit more protected.
Base to play around Watcher a little bit. Wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah, but if you don't reinforce it all, though, if he takes both battlefields, you're in trouble.
True.
Oh yeah, this is correct, because
It's gotta
I
feel
assume
nice
that
to
this
have
is what
the
this dice is, and this dice is 6 and 6.
whole world at your fingertips.
Oh. Do we see it? Do we see it?
It's a little tough. Like, Kaisa is really strong,
Got the Void Seeker pushed.
but
Very true. Very true.
this is a
Yes.
tough thing to ask. Stupefy is good.
Interesting.
So this still has 3 damage, which I don't think I see a Hextech Ray. I think it is just a Void Seeker.
Stupefy coming down, targeting this.
Yeah, basically he's just trying to cantrip to see what he draws, which is fine. These are very cheap things. Oh, there is a Hextech Ray. Okay, that's
Wow, they went
great.
That low, that's pretty impressive.
So now this Drake is 9.
That Mind Splitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll definitely be able to take this battlefield, but you're not taking the other battlefield.
Yeah.
Staring you
He
down.
he had to invest a lot of resources into it.
Yeah.
But at least he'll take. And even if he takes Reavers, he just bounces back and just pushes it back in the next turn.
That's why I feel like maybe a better play could have been having the 3 units on Reverse row and then these 2 units over here,
I almost
rather
wish-
than 2 and 3, because this fight or flight or this hidden card
You just
I
let
can
it-
count as,
damage to,
re-
or I guess what,
make them push back their Kaisa or something. However, Luke knows what he hit. Maybe it is not a fight or flight. Maybe it is something else.
And to, like, clean up all the rest of the units.
Yeah, that seems really busted. I'm inclined to agree with you on that.
Yeah,
Just
because Andrew
let the
might be
trade get
like,
out.
especially because Luke has been recalling so much off of Reavers Row. Andrew might be like, oh, he's just gonna do it again. But if Luke trades so that he can, like, make it easier to, like, take over the battlefield.
So there's one card in Luke's hand. Is this his hand over here? Just one card?
It's like Man, ganking is so good. It's just like
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
if you ever fall
9 to 9.
ganking, it's like they can just.
Or no. Are these Kai'Sa? Yeah, these Kai'Sas are in. Okay, so it's a bajillion.
The mindset of like.
And the Yorls have tank, which is
yeah,
nice.
see, okay, so
You get to draw one card off of Kai'Sa.
Definitely just traded, made it a lot easier, and then if he ganks over now,
That's too bad. Now your board is just a Kai'Sa and student over at Reaver's Row, and then just a Poro.
They can't move back to base.
Yeah, exactly.
And Luke's gonna be able to just clean those bad.
And this is where Misfortune comes in. Oh, okay, that's a lot. This is where Misfortune comes in clutch, because Misfortune can then just gank over here. Because if Andrew holds this,
yeah, I'm taking that the way he separates.
I assume these are at the battlefield, but this does not look like it.
Yeah, so he goes to 7. He'll score. He'll use the legend.
Because 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
And he has the
yeah, because you like Misfortune could just gank this Drake over there, kill everything. Misfortune's ability of the ganking is really strong. Like when it comes into play, you might not use it all the time. Okay, yeah, so it was just the student.
Yeah. But
this is gonna be the 8th point, so it doesn't.
Saving the student, no, because then you can just save.
Oh, we have Aspirin's Climb.
Yeah, so
haha. I was wondering why we weren't just conceding. There's Aspirin's Climb.
And now we see Luke's Time Warp, and we're good. I'm assuming, was that a sabotage we just saw? That just happened?
Yeah, that's still like.
no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, Andrew will still get a turn, but has such a tall order to ask. And
oh no, it's Mind Splitter.
what? With one card in hand, it looks like, because they drop so many units.
Yeah, I think.
And oh yeah, and then you get another Aurora trigger. Yeah, that's GG's.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that there's anything like Time Morph would be terrible because you can't really do anything.
Kind of 3 layers on
a Cathian Rain would be terrible.
Oh my
or not terrible, like but like.
Big volley.
That's a
yeah, that's just game.
Deal with that too. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Big volley.
Wow, what a game, dude! Luke was able to like pull that all the way back from like.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive for sure.
A pretty deep.
Yeah, wow, Misfortune's good. I like Misfortune Aurora.
Yeah, that was.
Like I said before, I like. If I'm doing Aurora, I like the Misfortune Aurora over Yi Aurora. However,
why is this happening?
Yi Aurora, well, Yi has more results than Misfortune,
Okay.
but
we'll remember when we see
a lot of Yi that does good is more the mid-range, tasty, you know, with some Poros and stuff in there, not necessarily the Dazzling Aurora builds.
And then it was just like a couple of hand rips and just like, yeah, I'll take your Time Warp, and then
Let's look at more cards.
Good luck.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Lucian.
Something that I used to play
3 for 2, so weak, but assault 1 when I attack deal damage equal to my assault to an enemy unit here.
Like rip it off the top and like pop something. And I'm still in that mindset. And I keep expecting it. Like
base rate, nothing else. This is a 3 for 3.
Honestly,
right. Well, no, not even. It's a 2 might unit. No. Yeah, it is. Because assault would make it 3. So while attacking, it would be attacking for 3 and deals 1. But it's only defending at 2. But you play something like Reader's Row and you never get to defend, or you play purple and with flashes and stuff. But if you play equipment with assault, if you play Lucian that gives assault, this could be so good. I like this card a lot. I think that this card is very good, especially because it's so cheap and costs no power. Yes, it doesn't have accelerate. Like, man, just imagine if this had accelerate, like that you could accelerate it. That would be so good, but you cannot. Still good though. Oh, this is an epic. That makes sense.
No, you gotta like you know how you have the cart. Like, let's say you have the cart here.
Good night. Good night. Thanks for hanging out and helping me do some tech recon. Always appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully I'll start streaming soon. Or
Yeah,
more, I should say. I'm streaming right now, but hopefully I'll start streaming a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit. You'll be able to
Who knows?
make
Maybe there'll be a
streams.
Tekken stream in the future. Probably not, but
All right, hopping into game 2. What is this?
let's see.
Obelisk and
3 for 3. Accelerate. This is what I wanted Lucian to have. Assault 1. Friendly units played from anywhere other than a player's hand have accelerate.
Sigil of the Storm.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, Sigil and Obelisk look very similar.
But
That's really good. I really like this.
the way they're facing
Base
it looks like the
rates.
Sigil is the
3 for 3 that has accelerates is pretty good. Also has Assault
but then
1,
the star tip
which is really nice.
Chinese, so it's gotta be
And then this ability,
because his whole deck is Chinese, right?
it does live and die by how many ability, like things like how many nocturnes or stuff.
I really
This could be really good.
think Sigil of the
This
Storm
intrigues me.
is a frustrating card to play with because
Oops,
every
I
time
got too
wanna
sidetracked.
Start conquering, I'm like, oh, I finally turned the tide. I have to like fight through my own battlefield, and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oof."
it's definitely right.
I forgot we were watching a game. Let's see. So
Interesting.
Sigil of the Storm on Luke and Star Tip Pete.
I think
Okay,
he's just
makes
trying to
sense.
knock him down as fast as possible. He's like, let me try and score as many points as I possibly can before he gets set up, and that way it might be.
Kaisa doing doing a good job getting a couple hold points or conquer points very fast, which you definitely do need. You need to be aggressive against Misfortune, because if you're not, Misfortune will win the end game,
If he has it,
like we saw before.
though, that's the real question.
I think if he had it, we would have saw it already.
Because there's no way.
Possibly.
Well, I shouldn't say no way. That's too hyperbole, but like
Yeah, I would
it
say
is a big ask for
Ugh.
most decks to win the end game, where you have to be
Not just over yet.
at that 6 point or something like that, because then you can maybe jerry rig something to get the last 2 points. But if you don't have many little points, it's going to be very hard.
Still feels kind of bad now. Andrew goes to 4 already. Ugh.
Yeah. This is a night and day different game from the last one.
Yeah. Watcher already.
And you can tell that like we've already been ramping so much with these catalysts and stuff that we already got to just hardcast a Drake. And this is what Drake is good to hardcast, because yes, it costs 9 energy, but no power. So that means it doesn't hurt Luke's chances to play Aurora or even a Dead Bloom Predator or something like that next turn. Unlike to hardcast Dead Bloom Predator, it takes you maybe another turn to even get those 2 runes back, where Drake is just like, hey, I cost a lot, but I don't cost any power, which is really nice, because this could be Aurora. Okay, Sabotage is pretty good. Sabotage, you can see, is the closest clear for Aurora. Do they bring anything like Dynamo in against it? Unfortunately, the things that you would love to take are these Watchfuls, but you cannot do that.
Jinx-themed burn spell, the one where it's like you discard a
Yeah,
card
to get
and then-
excited. Yeah.
Get excited? Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense, because yes, Assault
It's a way to burn out these
is
giant
good, but
units
Get
that
Excited is probably better.
the
Good take.
deck is utilizing. Not the
Yeah.
most efficient card advantage wise, but just being able to deal with stuff 2 for 1 even is like pretty solid usually. Okay.
Here comes MF. Nice.
I see a bullet time in hand. I see.
Yeah, we still have yet to see a bullet time hit the board yet, though.
That's what I'm saying. You just
Yeah.
hold it and then
Yeah,
Feels the deck space.
May Misfortune
just really
still have
feels
5 runes up, which is very scary.
I don't know how to say it.
Why? Because you are in Chaos, you can definitely have Gusts, Fight or Flights.
Excited to see him actually fire it off, 'cause it is
You
really
also
fast.
are in Body, so you could have some fight
The way this
spells.
card works is bullet
There's a
time,
lot that
you
Luke
pay
could have here.
for cost on resolution.
Accelerate
So,
Watcher
if
could be
you use
good,
bullet
because
time,
then the Drake
let's say
becomes
you're
a
in
7,
you want to use bullet time,
which
and they maybe have a
is
crossbow
still way
that's
bigger than any
that
of your
you'll
things,
use
but
your
you
bullet
could
time, and then
trade.
they have to do their responses. before you decide
Because
how much
you would
you're going
love
the only thing you have
to
to decide is how
conquer
much battlefield
both
you
of
want,
these
quote
to go
unquote.
up to 6, because then
Targeting.
you are
I mean,
threatening
that's how I
to
feel
win the
about it.
game
Not
next
necessarily
turn.
targeting, but
Where then Luke is only at 1, doesn't have Aurora, is having a slower start. So you are trying to win as fast as possible before that he can jam Aurora, get a ton of value later on. But
I think Andrew,
let's see, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you accelerate a Watcher, you would only have 2 runes left untapped.
Because if he commits,
But
punished for it, then he's in a hard spot.
the Drake would go to a 7, which
how does he get punished?
realistically would trade with the Watcher, but like realistically, you probably have something here. I don't mind this because then you're basically just like, hey, can I just draw 2 cards to see what I get?
He's actually sending both Kaisas into the Still of the Storm. He'll have to recycle it.
If you don't get anything good, if you still want to accelerate, because you can still accelerate, because you can accelerate and then jump. But no, because like, what if they have a Fireflight? This would be 5, 6. No, because if you did the Watcher and all of these attacked here and they can Fireflight your Watcher, then all of these die. That's too risky. You can't make that play.
Or not picked up, but looked up on the site. It does read like they would both trigger and draw him 2 cards.
Yeah. Because they were there for to see the conquer.
Yeah. Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. That being said, though, next turn could be really interesting. I'm assuming he's saving some up for retreat, but MF moving the Mountain Drake over to Sigil could be really good.
Yeah.
Because getting rid of those would be really, really good. It could be bait, though. We could be like hoping to get him in there.
I think.
Yeah, this is a rough decision of what you want to be doing here. Especially because like now those kind. Ooh, was that a cleave?
But I think you just gotta pick something.
Yeah, now you can accelerate the Watcher, go all in to the Drake.
Options, but you know, you got a clock you got to worry about.
I'm sure Luke doesn't mind though, because if like they draw on this, he's the
okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, if you're Andrew, you gotta.
Yeah, so you're just preparing for next turn, which is good, especially because like you throw this Yordle here because now Misfortune has to deal damage here. Then what couldn't eat one of those, which that is good. You are preparing. Maybe my line was too aggressive to try to conquer to be at 6. But I really feel like with a Watcher and a Cleave in hand, to be fair though, the opponent had like 4 cards and 5 runes untapped. So like my thinking of, hey, I want to try to get to 6 and I will throw so many resources at it could have really gotten you blown out. And maybe that just like would not be worth it. And here's the thing, could easily not be worth it. So yes, that's a different line that I would have taken, but like I want to close this game out as soon as possible. But to be fair, yes, Andrew can't win on his turn. But can Luke do enough damage this turn and next turn to not lose or to win, hopefully? I don't know.
Yeah, I think like that's
Bullet Time is a very good pickup, and that's one of the things that you could easily do. Never mind, Bullet Time's real good. Bullet Time's real good, but Bullet Time's the last ditch effort of you sack so many runes to deal so much damage and to wipe Andrew's board in one battlefield, but then you don't have those runes to play with. So hopefully you're leaving yourself in an advantageous position. Are you going to do the Misfortune here and Bullet Time here? No? Okay. Can't go over it. That makes sense. Dude, that was such a rough exchange. Like, that was so good for Luke. And that's why I like Misfortune. That ganking is so powerful.
Maybe he didn't have a reason to
Like, yes, that took you a misfortune, which is a powerful unit, but you traded one unit basically for 3 of your opponent's units. That is an advantageous thing that you should be doing every single time.
If he's able to clear this,
So now we're at that 6-point threshold.
And even if he doesn't, the point.
So now we are threatening that we could win next turn.
Just keep throwing small creatures at the opposite.
And see, now is where you could just set up the board and pass turn, because there's no real reason to try to contest this turn, because your opponent has all their runes and what, 1, 2, 3 cards. So there's no reason, because to be at 6 to 7 is about the same, especially against Misfortune that has
That's
ganking.
true. That is a really big benefit to.
Was that 2 watch? Okay, you play a Watcher here unaccelerated,
For the rest of the tournament.
and then next turn you can accelerate 1.
Okay, here comes the Watcher. So we knew this was coming. This was like a guarantee, basically. And then 2 of the blues have to get recycled, right?
I don't think
Because basically you're not even playing this for the -3, you're playing this for that is a 7 might unit, and then next turn you have the -3 to everything, because there's no way that you can play both. That would be 14, and well, you can't play 14 runes. Oh, you are playing accelerated. Okay, so you're basically just saying, hey, can we trade here?
7 into 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because also then next turn you can still just accelerate another one.
There's Darius.
Oh yeah, and the Darius is 7. So this is a trade. This is great. Because it's like, hey, do you have another rebuke?
And now it's 7 to 6. Yep.
Ooh, this isn't a trade anymore. This would be an 8. Because Darius is at 7.
And less.
Oh, we do finally see.
Wow.
So here's bullet time, and this is what I'm talking about. You put back all your runes. You just
So what are you gonna do?
hope
Put
it's
down
good enough.
7, or is he just doing 1? So
Wow, that was a very good play by Andrew.
And then just moving anyway. Yeah, put him up to 7. And then like he needs double deadlift.
That was a very good play by Andrew. And like that took a lot of resources from him, but also took resources from Luke.
This is gonna be a game
And yeah, that's just it. That was very good.
By Andrew. I mean, he identified
Okay, so
everything
both
very accurately.
Kaisa and Misfortune both got to do what they wanted to do. Game 1 and then game 2.
This matchup's
So now
really
it's the last game of like, okay, who gets to do what they want to do this game, this last game?
Yeah, I do think it was definitely unfortunate for Luke though, because you definitely got the vibe that he was playing and trying to build into.
Which, let's see, so Kaisa won, so Misfortune is on the play, which Misfortune on the play can be scary, because that's just hopefully for them that they can ramp out faster and get their Dazzling Aurora out faster, and then put Kaisa more on the back foot sooner, and that can be very advantageous for
I don't
them.
know if this is what.
It was very fast sideboarding. I appreciate
but I
that.
do know that what I kind of liked was those invert timelines.
Wonder what their last ones are.
Top end, because sometimes you're gonna.
Ones
not
meaning
gonna find-
battlefields.
actually, most of the time, you're not gonna find Aurora. You only find it in about roughly 39% of your opening hands.
Yeah.
Misfortune's ganking ability, especially ganking with big units, is so good. Like that Drake that just got to eat the 2 Kaisas just because it's ganking is like, whew, that is a great ability. That is why Misfortune is like, yep. You pair Misfortune with Dazzling Aurora, big units, that's going to be a recipe for success right there.
It's not putting him out and Drake into play every single turn for the rest of the game and getting hammered. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, of course.
so I think like having inverted timelines to dig yourself both towards that Aurora or towards setting up a powerful Soul Gorger play.
Okay.
I think a great way.
We're getting runes out.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Andrew
So Storm and Star Tip Peak.
his
2
hand-
Mull for Misfortune.
And what is that, Obelisk? And is that Dream Tree?
No Mull for Kaisa?
it is Obelisk
Or did
and-
they already Mull and I missed it?
Is it Dream Tree?
So got 3 runes, which is really good.
Doesn't look like-
Mobilize.
doesn't look like Dream Tree.
Great.
I don't think it's Dream Tree.
So already on turn 2, they're going to have 6 runes. That's awesome. To be fair, Kaisa has 4 already. No, getting to play 2 drops because then you can threaten to double conquer next turn. That is how you get those points very fast.
Today with these.
Fast would be like a catalyst of ants. Whoa, that's a lot of sabotage.
Go into.
Whoa, a sabotage a primal strength, which isn't good right now, and a fight or flight. Fight or flight could be good to try to mitigate some of the points. I don't know if you want to sabotage here, and that's probably what Luke is thinking about. Of like, yes, I would like to sabotage, but right now I'm at 6. If I sabotage, I go down to 5, and that just puts me. Well, I guess if you sabotage 1, you go 5 to 7 to 9. That's not too bad, but to sabotage twice, I don't think you can sabotage twice.
Get that falling star out of here. Yeah, he already knows before he even shows him.
Yeah.
And obviously you wouldn't want to sabotage. Because yeah, sabotaging, because if you're at 6, next turn you'll be at 8, so you couldn't, even if you top decked Aurora, you couldn't play Aurora next turn. But
he believes in the misfortune.
but you play Misfortune.
Am I mistaken? Was he not?
Yeah, that's rough.
He had to.
I still think it's worth it here because it's rough on your rune development, but by doing that sabotage, you basically see, hey, is the close clear for me to play my Misfortune? Because how bad would that have been if Luke was like, you know what, I'm not going to sabotage, I'm going to save my rune, play my Misfortune, and then it gets eaten by the falling star? That would have been very rough. Where in this case, yes, it is rough. They're not going to be able to play their Aurora, but they don't have Aurora in hand. So you kind of go to your plan B, which is, hey, can I start to trade some resources off with my opponents and have Andrew not run away aggressively with this game?
Primal strength and double sabotage and no orange feels good. Feels real good.
Insane.
Yeah.
Fight or flight. Was that the pickup this turn? So 2 sabotages, 2 fight or flights, and a primal strength. And unfortunately, we have no body runes to play this primal strength or the other sabotages.
Sometimes you need a Soul Gorger back a Mind Splitter, and that demands quadruple.
Which is really unfortunate, but we do have fight or flights. So that can help us win a combat, as well as, you know, maybe go away from a Hextech Ray or Void Seeker or something like that. So there is play in our hand that we can still utilize, which is really nice. Basically, those fire flights are what is saving this hand right now because everything else is uncastable, which is really unfortunate.
That's so unlucky.
And good old Kaisa just has a grip full of cards. Hextech Ray? Hextech Ray off the top. What a great pickup, because then you probably Hextech Ray. Yes, you will fight your flight, but you kind of just have to.
Into the Hextech Ray.
Interesting. Not. Oh, you can't even fire your flight. Never mind. It's not hidden. It's not hidden.
Another bullet time?
Was that another bullet time?
I wonder if you should have
I low-key thought he was about to scoop
hidden that fight or flight.
Yeah. That's it.
Because hiding the fire flight is really unfortunate to, you know, pay the power. But your hand is super clunky. You don't have anything in your hand. It's kind of like feels bad either way. And this is just one of the worst hands I've seen for a long time. It's just like a hand that doesn't do anything. And to be fair, Aurora decks, and especially Misfortune decks, or Misfortune, especially Aurora decks, can have hands that are just clunky and slow and don't quite do what you want it to do. But this is even worse because there's not even a unit, like a Mind Splitter, that you're like, okay, I guess I'll hardcast this. Yes, I wish I had my Aurora. These are just like too many sabotages, too many primal strengths. And I assume Luke is not. Yes, Luke is playing all the sabotages post board, but probably primal strength is just like a 1 or 2 of. You're not playing that many, or realistically shouldn't be playing that many. So this is a pretty lower hand, to say the least.
Bullet time, all these cards that like you can tech and utilize in Misfortune are only good once you've already set up the Aurora.
Yeah, so for sure. So if you don't see it, you're just kind of cooked.
Yeah, you just kind of lose. But yeah,
Top Tech the Aurora. Is that another Primal Strength? Oh, that's Orange Volley. That's Orange Volley.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I saw
was
the
about to say,
orange, and I was like, that's unfortunate.
that is
Yeah.
somehow the worst draw.
That's pretty unfortunate.
He had 2
I
fights.
didn't even see that they picked up the second Primal Strength. That is,
unfortunate.
Oh my goodness.
that was a very non-game. Always feels bad.
Props to Luke for calling it there.
Yeah.
And not just making Andrew play it out.
No.
Always feels bad.
Yeah, yeah. He's
But
like, let's just
a win is a win. A loss is a loss.
So, in my testing, if you do end up playing Misfortune Aurora, I did not end up playing the Primal Strengths. I did not end up playing the 12 drop Volibear, and I ended up going with more of a like lower, it's a lower curve, but it's the Soul Gorgers and the invert timelines, because sometimes you do break, and like just having that hand refresh is really, really critical.
Yeah, for sure. I guarantee he would have loved that.
Yeah,
Especially with all those
exactly.
purples. Yeah, for sure.
And like post board, invert is kind of
I
crazy.
think I'm going to call it for today. Yeah, we got to watch like 2-3 rounds. That's pretty good. I'm probably going to just watch this later on, but I have a couple of things that I should do. Maybe I might jump back later tonight to catch some of the top 8. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stream tomorrow. Sunday, I have stuff going on during the day, but maybe I can jump on later for the top 8 of the Sunday 5K. So probably no more today. Definitely none on Saturday, with the possibility of coming back Sunday night for the top 8. But that is going to be it for me today. Definitely check out PPG if you want to watch more of the 5K and just the whole weekend. They have things going on every day, so I'm excited because even if I can't catch it live or stream it, I'll definitely be watching